Hello everybody and welcome back to New Shindoza. How's everyone been this... Well, let's see. Today's Wednesday, which means it's been since...
Well, we streamed over the weekend. We did Minecraft.
That's right. We did do that.
Today is the last day of November, which is kind of crazy.
I know. Happy end of November, everybody, because no one ever says that. And I think it's important to recognize.
Absolutely. So what are we playing today, Doza?
Oh, what are we playing? Oh, we're just playing this game called Pokemon Legends Arceus.
It's getting a little hot around here, huh?
Yeah, it is, because we're trying to make it to, like, Firepit Island, I think. I think that's what we're trying to do.
And hey, Hyper, first one here tonight. How are you doing today? Is it Christmas tomorrow? I mean, the holiday season, it depends on when you want it to be, I feel. You know?
Can you imagine that winter doesn't start until, like, way into December?
Yeah, because like January and February is still like winter, but like I know some people are like, oh, let's wait to put like Christmas like decorations and things until like the day after Thanksgiving. Others start a little bit earlier, like before Thanksgiving, because they want it decorated before people come over or whatever. All these holiday expectations, am I right?
Yes, and I'm definitely sleeping on the whole January, February being part of the winter. I feel like once the year's over, that's it.
No, it definitely goes into that. And then March is like when spring starts with April, you know, April flowers, bring May showers. Is that? No. April showers bring May flowers.
I think that's more accurate.
March showers. I don't know.
March?
I don't know.
April showers bring May flowers.
Okay. And hey, Anthony, Darth, how are you guys? And happy end of November. And Hyper, we're doing okay. Good, okay. I don't know. It's just... we realized like November went by really quickly, and like other than like the normal everyday like working, streaming, gaming, like there's nothing out of the ordinary that we did this month just because it's been so busy. And when reflecting on the month, it's just been kind of surreal to think about today.
Yes,
yeah.
It really has been. But it was nice seeing everybody over the weekend though.
Yeah, we did Minecraft, and we got we got a hard lesson in parkour, actually.
Yeah, we didn't know that you just have to hold shift or control or whatever to sprint.
Control left or whatever. I don't know. There was a lot that went on in that Minecraft stream. I felt really bad after that stream. I reached out to Fry about it and like obviously talked to Doze about it. But basically, Minecraft gives me motion sickness, y'all. Like my face, my head, like everything gets really dizzy, and like I get nauseous almost to the point of like wanting to vomit, which is crazy. So I wasn't very helpful with the parkour. There were some moments that I think I did good, but there were also moments where it's like, oh, there's this point where we went in water and I was like, I completely lost it. I couldn't do anything else. And so Doza had to carry super, super hard. And we looked into it because I have trouble with VR whenever I've tried it. And some other games too definitely give me motion sickness. So we got some like medication that I hope it's a natural medication, like something that I'm hoping to try to help me with this. So hopefully the next Minecraft stream goes a little bit smoother for me.
I hope so, because you deserve to not have to feel that way. Yeah,
we've tried texture packs. We've tried so many different things, and it's just like I need something, and maybe it's not about the game. Maybe it's me. Like I need to figure out something. So apparently ginger is really good for motion sickness and stuff. Yeah. I see that we still have the stream overlay thing. Like, thank you, Fry, for the globtacular quiz.
Oh, thanks, Fry.
And he's like the glob in the overlay in the center right now too, which I think is so funny. I will say, typically that's for Minecraft streams. I don't think Doza updated it. Did you have our Pokemon globs for the Minecraft stream too?
No. I literally updated everything but that part.
Okay, got it.
You want me to update it?
I mean, it's okay. It's whatever. If you want to update it, that's fine. And hey, William, welcome back.
Good evening.
Speaking of Baruto, I can't wait till we finally put out a highlight about that. For those of y'all that don't know, whenever we play Overwatch, which is obviously a game we really love, we have some updates from that game as well that happened over the weekend. But before we get into that, Doza, every single like match we get into, what do you ask the people in chat? I ask them if Boruto is worth the watch. Yeah, and every time he does it, it goes one or two ways. Everyone just trashes on it, or we get no responses whatsoever. But we've been taking like screenshots and like I guess a bunch of like kind of like research. Like you ask a different pool of people every time. Every match in Overwatch has uniquely like, 10 individuals. You're asking 10 people a sample size every single time you get into a match, and you get different results. And we're kind of compiling that information because it's been really, really funny.
I think it's hilarious. I love just how mad people get. It's so much fun.
Yeah.
I feel like people have been like personally hurt by it.
By the question, just asking, is it good?
Is it good? I know, and I don't hold back. I do it in competitive as well as regular matches.
Not even is it good. You ask, is it worth watching?
Yeah, is it worth watching?
That's the question.
Like,
so
it's not even like a thing about the quality of the show. It's more about like, is this worth the time dump?
Exactly. So in that vein, something will come out eventually. We're still compiling our data, but that's what William's kind of referencing there. And hey, Potato, hey, Sovereign, welcome back, guys. And in reference to Boruto, Anthony says, my friends say that Boruto is just a useless sequel to the Naruto series. I don't know. I haven't watched the series in general yet. And Darth Rock, to answer who is Boruto, it's actually a what is question. It's, like Anthony said, a sequel to the Naruto series, which I don't know anything about.
It's literally a sequel. It's about the kids of the main characters that were kids in the first series.
Yeah.
So everybody's aged up. That's about all I know, though.
And I'm sorry you're still sick, Darth Rock. I hope you get to feel better soon. Have you figured out like what it is? Like something that could help you? Because I know you had to like dip out to like get some rest last time. Like staring at screens was bothering you, which kind of reminds me of like my situation with Minecraft and the motion sickness.
It's rough.
And Hyper, I miss you too, and absolutely, I'll never say no to a hug from you. Thank you. Virtual hugs to anyone that wants one right now. It's like the perfect like hug season, but like really every season's great for hugs and spreading kindness and love and joy.
True.
Yeah. Is Ursaring your strongest Pokemon right now, Doza?
I think maybe. Well, I don't know. Maybe Decidueye is stronger. Is Decidueye more of a physical, or is it more of a special attacker? Oh, I can't catch this. Okay.
And in reference to the VR thing that you said, Hyper, yeah, like, I don't think Doza's a maniac when he does it, but anytime we've had opportunities to play VR, since we don't have one ourselves, whenever we've been, like, with friends and stuff, Doza's the one who always tries it. I don't even try it because I know I'm going to feel sick, and I don't want that to be my feeling the rest of the time we're spending with people.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, the struggle. But maybe someday I'll figure it out, or, like, not have to deal with that as much.
What do you mean my Decidueye is shiny? What? No, there's no way. I'm pretty sure it's not.
Sovereign, I can finish your sentence there. Pokemon gotta catch them all. Am I correct?
Gotta catch...
all, like, apostrophe EM?
Apostrophe EM. That's gotta be it.
All right.
Yeah, almost got away with us on that one. But we're too smart.
Potato says, don't watch Boruto, watch Chainsaw Man. Best show out right now. So real. I haven't even heard of Chainsaw Man.
Well, let's see. How gory is it? Because she has a bit of a squeamish tummy. This is the one you mentioned. Yes, it is the one I mentioned.
Doza mentioned this like briefly. He was like, hey, there's this anime called Chainsaw Man. And I instantly thought of like Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And I said no. Because the word chainsaw's in it. But for me, like he can watch it. I don't know how gory it is. But then again, I watched that anime, the one Amazon Prime, Invincible.
Ooh. Invincible? Yeah.
That was pretty gory, but I like that.
I don't think that was an anime.
Yet?
I don't think so, not yet, but there should be, honestly.
There should be. That was a good show.
It was a really good show. I look forward to this season 2.
How do you know it was me, Hyper? Like, it could have been Doza. It could have been both of us. In fact, I should just say it. It was both of us. You talk about AJR all the time. You're like the person that we know the most that knows about AJR the most, you know?
True.
So we just had a hunch. Which, in reference to that, Spotify Wrapped came off today. If you listen to music on Spotify, you get this like whole recap of your past year of what you've been listening to. I think it's always fun to look at. But I know like our results are super skewed in my favor with like a bunch of Indian music. So I didn't share like everything, but we posted a couple things that we thought was funny. There was like Nintendo Lo-Fi, which is something we listen to a lot, especially while working. And then there was Turning Red's song from the movie. That one's a goat. I listened to it on repeat when the movie came out, so it makes complete sense.
Imagine tearing up just listening to it like for the 5th time that day.
Yeah.
That was noosh for
there
sure.
There was one day that, yeah, I think it said we played it like dozens of times, like on one specific day. But yeah, don't ever feel pressured to have to share your Raptor with everyone, by the way. Like, we just wanted to share a couple things. We didn't even share
if you
everything.
got sussy stuff on there, you don't have to share it.
Or, you know.
Or if you don't want to share it.
Yeah, it's your Raptor, your choice.
Oh, and the Decidueye is red, but I think it's a regional thing. By the way, it's not shiny. I looked it up. Yeah. They in this game they decided to make him different looking and a different color.
So Anthony says Chainsaw Man seems pretty gruesome from what he's seen, and Potato says, yeah, it can be gory at times, but the plot is pretty good as well as the animation. The music is so good too. Well, I think it's right up Doza's alley. Maybe I'll give it a shot, but I can't make any promises as far as like continuing through with it.
I'll tell you what, Noosh, when I finally finish Attack on Titan, which by the way,
when's the last time you even watched it?
About a year ago. I was about halfway through the 4th season, still in the same spot because I just haven't done it.
Which for Doza, a lot of times during his whatever free time he gets, he chooses gaming over watching something.
Oh, I've seen the first 2 episodes. Oh man, I guess I did have an option. I saw the first 2 episodes of season 4 Rick and Morty.
Oh yeah, you have been watching that lately.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't. I liked Rick and Morty. Well, okay, no. My journey with Rick and Morty. When we first,
an anthology,
right? Like for real. When we first started watching Rick and Morty, I did not like Rick at all. His like weird burping thing like really got to me, and like it was just not my cup of tea. But then there were certain plot lines that I was like, oh, okay, I can get behind this story if I can ignore Rick's like, you know, the noise, I guess, that was irking me. And I got into it. I think we got up until like season 2.
We finished actually season 3.
Okay, we finished season 3, but then like after such a long time, the show finally came back and we just never watched it again. And maybe I would get back into it, but I just don't have the time. And there's other things that I would rather spend my time with lately than watch Rick and Morty. So Doza's been watching that on his own.
Yeah, I think he would still really enjoy it. But yeah, it's kind of the same thing with me and most like shows versus like gaming.
Yeah.
Like, when am I going to choose the show over gaming?
For us, like, prioritizing and being intentional with our time and deciding, like, this is what I want to do when I have, like, a break is such a big deal, really. Because we are notoriously workaholics when it comes to content creation for, like, Noosh and Doza, as well as our freelancing, like, jobs and projects. So it's, like, anytime we have, it's like, well, why not make more money? Because we have the opportunity to do that right now, you know? Mm-hmm. But in other cases, it's like, okay, no, let's take a break and like do something for ourselves. And when those moments come to take a break, what is that going to be? Doza definitely chooses gaming over anything else. I choose gaming sometimes. I choose cooking sometimes. I choose organizing sometimes. I choose watching, like, sometimes it's an array of things. It's never one thing for me. Like, no. Whereas Doza can always, like, count on gaming, I don't have that one thing that Doza has.
You're a lot more temperamental in that sense with what you feel like choosing your time.
Yeah, and the decision-making can be kind of difficult because at the end of the day, it's like, let me prioritize working and getting ahead. Like,
well, because you don't have to really make a decision at that point.
Exactly.
Because it's like working, you know, working always seems like it's the right decision.
Yeah, but it's not.
It's not. No. Oh, Shane's here. Hi, Shane.
We can finally start. How are you, Shane?
And the green form, I think it was a quick Google, Anthony. I'm not for sure. Decidueye is like green, and then the shiny form is like another shade of green, and then this region's form is red, and then also physically looks different. He has more of like a hat kind of thing going on with his feathers, as opposed to like a hood. If that makes sense. I don't know. Like, you can look it up. Where was I supposed to go? Oh my god, I was following the story.
This is really pretty, by the way, the beach.
Oh yeah, you want to just enjoy it without them in this? Look at that.
Oh, take a shot, like a screenshot. Remember when we used to like take screenshots in our gameplay and then like edit it a little bit and put it out as like just a picture post?
I wonder.
Even though the world just really cares about videos these days.
Yeah, true. Let's make us look like we have little devil horns. That's cute.
Do it.
Yeah. No, stop.
Look away. There.
Ah.
What?
Sorry, wrong button.
We did it.
Yeah.
Look forward to an edit of that soon, maybe, if we remember.
Okay, we have to take some fish or something. Oh, we'll just follow the thing. I don't mind. I don't mind a linear game, y'all. I certainly don't. I don't think that's a bad thing. Pokemon games, if anything, are linear.
what was the math homework? Like, what specifically in math are you guys learning right now that you struggled with, Hyper?
Oh, Machoke. Hold up.
I think for me, like with math in general, obviously I've talked about it on the channel, like I don't like math, especially like I've always hated it for some reason. Hate's a strong word though. Like I like the stuff that I use on a daily basis, but not everything I learned in school. I think a big part of that, which I don't know if I've shared this aspect of it, but I like obviously have gone to different types of school in my life. Before I went to boarding school, I was in a public school here in Texas. And the public school that I went to, I was doing like pre-algebra. And then within a week of going from a public school to a boarding school, I had to learn how to do calculus. And I think that's what really fricked with me. Like, it really messed me up to be like, wait, hold up. I was just getting the handle of pre-algebra. And now I'm overseas at an international boarding school and you're expecting me to do calculus? It's been a week. Like, I think that's what was really hard for me because the school that I went to later, like, they were so ahead of the American public school that I was taught at before. So having to like catch up really discouraged me from like wanting to excel in math. Like I just wanted to pass and get through at that point. But then it did help me out when I came back to the US and went to school and I was like, oh, I've already done this. Like, this is fine.
Much easier that way.
Yeah.
Survive Ride Tech? I don't know.
You don't even know what it is, Lamau Hyper. Surprise vibe check. How do we do a surprise vibe check? Usually it's Shane
like
you asking.
How you is B.
How are you doing?
I don't know. How am I? How am I indeed? I suppose I'm doing fine. Yeah, I'm trying to keep things manageable this week. I really don't want to burn out. We had another little conversation between Noosh and I about how we're going to handle our weeks, especially when it comes to work. So hopefully that's going to transform into something really good and really nice for us. Just always making little adjustments here and there, trying to listen to ourselves. So I'd say we're vibing.
We're trying to do more for ourselves and putting ourselves first and remembering that, like, you know, as freelancers, we have more control over our schedule than we allow. Kind of going back to earlier of like, oh, well, here's some free time, let's work. No, let's not burn out and let's figure out other things we can do to help us progress. Yesterday, actually, in the afternoon, evening time, like I was feeling a little burnt out from that day because as y'all know, Tuesdays are typically like my major call days for all of our clients and stuff. And yesterday being one where one of our clients decided to hire somebody else for certain tasks that I have to like work closely with now. And so introduce like meeting her over a phone call, having to explain different things, answering a lot of questions. It was quite draining. It was a lot. It's kind of like onboarding a new employee, even though like I'm not their like employer or anything. I'm going to be working with them. So I have to tell them the things that I do and like how we're going to work together, figuring that out with a new person to accomplish this project/task for a client. So we work with teams all the time, but it's always different when you first meet someone up. And like even today, like she was messaging a lot, asking a bunch of questions, which I get. She's newer to the project that we've already been working on.
Yes.
So it's understandable, but it can be exhausting. So we had to like take a step back. Doze was like, you need to go relax. And I was like, if I go relax, like step away from like my desk and everything, I'm gonna fall asleep is what I told him. And if I fall asleep, it's gonna mess up our schedule. Because for me, relaxing is like laying in bed or cuddling up and like watching something on TV or on my phone on TikTok or something like that. And I knew those things would put me to bed around that hour when I was struggling. I was like, I need to feel a little bit productive without being too strenuous. So like little things like I organized some Noosh and Doza stuff, like physical things that we have, like our goodies and stuff for Patreon. I was like, let me get this organized since we, you know, there's a lot of boxes and things that we need to open and put away properly, like packages and stuff. And then from there, I was like, okay, let me do some laundry and like fold towels. I don't know. It's just I had to keep doing something but not have my mind be used because I was answering so many questions and having been on so many calls.
You just had to be on and like super alert for a prolonged period of time.
Exactly. Yeah. And yes, you got new kitties, Hyper, Billy, and Storm. They're so cute. I'm glad you've been cuddling up with them.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm being attacked. I've just been fighting and fighting.
Is literally fighting a chest with a mouth that has 3,000 HP. How is that? Are you still playing Red Dead Redemption, or I don't know? Because like a chest, that could be it. I don't know. Sometimes you also play that other Pirates.
Sea of Thieves.
Oh, you're playing Terraria.
Oh,
I
right.
never know
Congratulations on beating the Wall of Flesh.
Is anyone else playing other games tonight, or what have you guys been playing over the weekend? Let us know. Or what did y'all do over the weekend too? I feel like we've talked about the work and things and stuff that we've done. So curious to hear how the rest of y'all's weekend and start to the week has been going.
Mm-hmm.
Have I heard of that? I don't know. Have I? It sounds kind of familiar, but I don't think I do. I'm gonna look it up. Unless you want to tell me what it is.
What? I have not heard of that either.
He's a writer of poetry and children's fiction.
Writer of poetry?
Okay, so an author. Yeah, I don't know his work or anything.
Ouch!
But good to know, children's fiction. I haven't read fiction in a long time, to be honest.
When was the last time?
When was the last time I read fiction? Like an actual novel, like fiction book, like completely?
Yeah.
Oh, 2016. Harry Potter Cursed Child.
2016. Okay. Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah, that was the last time. I think Harry Potter's like the last series that I've been, like I read through, honestly, fiction-wise. Everything else has been non-fiction or autobiographical, so I can like from mentors and people that I look up to. You're technically playing FNF. Are you, by technically playing, are you testing perhaps? Maybe.
Ooh, okay.
Wink, wink, I don't know.
Yeah.
Nudge,
I see
nudge.
there's something going on here. Hey, hold on. Hello.
2 books that you're hooked on? Aw. I gotta read them. They're so good. What are the titles? One of them is about twin boys who play basketball.
Twin boys who play basketball.
That's pretty cool.
That sounds like something you might be interested in.
I don't know though. Like, I remember growing up and like when I was younger, like reading fiction was amazing. But now for me, everything like that I want to read is very much like I want to read inspiring stories that are from real people more than like fiction.
I see.
I don't know.
Well,
That's kind of where I'm at.
Well, I know this isn't a book, but this is about 2 boys and basketball.
Yeah, it reminds me of
the Disney
movie that we saw. Yeah. What is that movie called?
I don't know. Can I get up here? How am I supposed to get up there? It's impossible.
Rise. The movie Rise.
Yeah.
It's about these this family actually, but 2 brothers who have made it like through all this adversity and everything. They made it to the NBA. It's a really cool story. I really liked it. It's on Disney Plus if you want to check it out. I think you might like it, Hyper, especially if you're reading a book about this and you're enjoying it. This is like a real life movie adaptation type of thing.
Oh, this dude wants him a choke. That's so funny. We just caught one.
Thanksgiving dinner was non-existent. Everyone ate at their own time. Was that different for you this year, Anthony? Or like, do you all typically like have done Thanksgiving dinner at the same time with everybody or something? And that's why you're mentioning it like everyone ate at their own time this year or something? Since this year was actually, it was different. Our holiday this year was different too for Thanksgiving. We chose to have Thanksgiving just be the 2 of us this year for a myriad of reasons, and
sure did.
It was different, but we enjoyed it. It was like a break that we truly needed.
Yeah. Never done anything like that before.
No, and we talked about it a bit. Like, basically, like we did end up cooking a few things for ourselves. We posted some pictures in Discord about it, and then we actually played games in Discord, like with a lot of you guys also.
Yeah, that was really fun.
Yeah, it was really nice to just kind of hang out, chill, play, and relax, not have to go anywhere. The weather here in our city was super ugly too. It was like raining and windy. Like, it was nice to be inside and watch it, but ugly in the sense I wouldn't want to walk out in it. Yeah.
It can get a little too cold around here sometimes.
Well, don't say too cold, Doza. That makes no. Texas never gets too cold. Too cold for Doza.
If it's too cold and it's rainy, like I'm just gonna stay indoors. Like
I wouldn't
why
want
would
to drive in it, is what I mean.
No, because no one knows how to drive in the rain
Yeah.
here because it never rains.
They're not used to it.
And it's never cold. So imagine the two together. Like people are freaking crazy out there.
Yeah. And Hyper, I wrote down the books to check them out later. Like check them out in the sense, like see what's up with them. No guarantees though, because I actually have a bunch of books that I've bought that I haven't read yet that I'm still working through. So I need to finish those before I can get any more at the moment. Everyone was busy with their own thing. That can happen, especially with the holidays. Like, it's such a busy time. After Thanksgiving, like, there was all the, like, the Black Friday and all those sales. We didn't end up spending too much money or anything, really. We never truly do.
No, not really. We're not the types that kind of, like, go all out for something like that.
No. Instead, like, we got some deals on games that the community has been suggesting that they wanted us to play since the Steam Autumn sale was going on, and we were like, yes, let's grab some. Other than that, though, we didn't really buy anything for around here. There were some self-care related things that we bought, like, I don't know, just like a cleanser and like moisturizers and things like that. There were a lot of sales for those. There was one of my favorite like beauty brands had 30% off plus a free gift, and I was like, let me do this. But all I did was like spend $100 on products I already use that I know that's not going to expire, so we can replenish what I already use on a daily basis for my self-care. So yeah.
There you go, deal
like,
hunter.
I feel like it was very justified for the purchases that we made, just because it's like, I'm gonna buy this anyways when I run out, so might as well buy it now when it's 30% off.
A good time to refill.
Yeah. It will take me 2 hours if I'm on the grind. I totally get that, Hyper, but like, I'm just being honest with you. Like, I bought some books that are sitting on my shelf that I need to finish reading. As far as recommendations go, especially this time of year, one of my favorite authors to read books from, and actually reread as well, and I've made Doza read it in past years as well with me, is from Humble the Poet. His books are very simple, quick, easy reads. He writes things like 101 Simple Truths for a Better Life or Unlearn. It's called Unlearn, like the book. Basically, it's like short little stories and reflections from his life that he's had to remind himself to unlearn, like these preconceived notions to have a better life. Like, just because this was said to you doesn't mean this is how it should be for the rest of your life. Like, change is okay. There's also like things no one else can teach you. He actually has a new book coming out in December, I believe. I don't know. I don't remember. I think it's at the end of December, just in time for the new year, that I'm really excited about, called like How to Be Loved. It's not necessarily about like love between two romantic partners or what have you, but it's about like just love in general, the concept. And I don't know what that's about because it's not released yet, but it's coming out at the end of the year. So his books are always great to read for me personally, like during the end of the year, beginning of the year, or any time that you need like a reminder of like you're feeling down or at a low place and you just want to feel inspired again.
Noosh is a massive fan.
Yes, like
and it's helped her out a lot.
I followed him on Instagram. The way he writes is just so simplistic, gets to the point. Like, he has a way with words. I'm a huge fan. I actually discovered him through one of my favorite YouTubers from back in the day, Lily Singh, aka Superwoman on her channel. She's like one of the OG YouTubers. She used to make like videos just straight out of her bedroom, like when she was a teenager. And I would look up, like, I would look up to her, and like I've learned a lot of things from her, and she's really good friends with Humble the Poet, and that's kind of how I discovered him. And they're both so great and wholesome, and they support each other in everything that they do. So that's pretty cool. I can post more about those books in Discord and share them with you, Hyper, because they're such easy reads. So much so, there was a couple years ago, I used to read like each different little section like in the morning to Doza, like out loud.
It's true.
It was
kind
nice.
of a nice little story time.
We would have our coffee, and like he would be making breakfast, and I would read to him, and like by the time he finished making breakfast or cooking it, like I had read it, and it was so nice for us to do together. As far as a book club goes, oh my gosh, I'd really love to if there was enough interest. I think it would be really cool to have a book club and to read things with each other and like talk about them. That's why probably a few years ago when we did that, I would read to Doze every morning. We would talk about it. We would reflect on it and like have these very nice, deep conversations. And we were in a really good place then, like as far as like for us.
Oh, right. Yeah.
It helped. Those mornings definitely helped me. And we could totally do that again.
True.
What do you think?
I mean, if people are down.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't see why not. Really
we could even start with Humboldt's book. Because they're so, like, it's so good. Yeah. I feel like I want to, like, look back at my shelf and, like, tell you other books. I also bought, like, Paul Penn's, like, autobiography. I haven't read it yet. He's my celebrity crush. You may know him from like Harold and Kumar. He's also in the new Santa Clauses TV show that Disney Plus has put on. It's like a sequel to the famous Tim Allen Santa Claus movies, but in this case, I don't want to spoil anything, but it's like a new series on Disney Plus. Yeah, we've been watching it. New episodes come out every Wednesday, so we actually saw today's episode about it. Basically, like, it's been 30 years since the first Santa Claus came out, or like 28 years or something like that. And Tim Allen wants to like retire from being Santa. And they're trying to figure out like, oh, like who would be the new Santa? How does that work? Does he need to fall from a chimney like the first Santa Claus movie?
Does he need to die?
Yeah, like what? And so you learn more of that backstory. It's getting pretty good, actually.
A lot of world building with like how all the Santa Claus stuff like works.
Yeah.
Which was a pretty good point from the first couple of movies as well.
Yeah.
It was certainly interesting to see that because I don't really think there was a whole lot of stuff by then. Like 1994 is when the first movie came out.
Yep.
And how many movies really explored like beyond elves make toys?
Yeah, so if you haven't seen the Santa Claus movies with Tim Allen, like, they're really good. They're a staple for us for our holiday season. We watch them every year. I remember watching it a lot when I was growing up as well. It's just magical, but also just a great, good holiday movie, I feel. So, yeah, I was really excited to see that they were bringing the show back. Or bringing a show based on those movies, but then to see my celebrity crush be in there, it was like, oh, what's this? But I will say, the character that he plays is not traditionally like the type of character he would play, so it's caught me a little bit off guard. But yes.
Bit of whiplash from that, huh?
A little bit. I don't want to like spoil anything.
And hello, Maker. Welcome back from working.
That's awesome.
How long was your day?
It's been a long time since you've seen them, Shane. I think they're a good watch.
I like the first two. Third one's different.
Yeah, my favorite one is definitely the first one. But like, so what happened for us is we watched the show, the first episode, and I was like, hold up, what happened in the last movie? So then we decided to watch all the movies over again, and then started watching the show again, and it made more sense.
Yeah.
Just to refresh yourself, because there's a lot of like little things that you might not get the reference to if you haven't seen the movies in a while. Again, it could also be its own standalone show.
Yeah, I could. Like, you don't really
know anything.
Need it. So you don't really need to watch the movies, but it's helpful. It's nice.
Yeah, and we can totally watch it together. I think it'd be fun. Like, Disney watch parties are a thing. I think it's limited to a few people, but we've never had so many people that have wanted to see it.
Or that have Disney Plus.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
And as far as like the book thing, Hyper, like we can definitely, like, even if it's just like us and you, like that's that's fine. Go into Discord like at a set time every day, read a chapter, call it a night.
Mm-hmm. Doesn't seem too crazy.
Virtual book clubs, am I right?
Mm-hmm. Welcome back, Potato. Hylix, we've never heard of that. But Earthbound inspired, that's definitely up your alley. Very nice.
We still need to play Earthbound. It's on the Nintendo Online, which we finally renewed.
We finally renewed our Nintendo Online membership.
Yes, just in time for December when the new wave of Mario Kart comes out.
Yes.
We look forward to doing it. Also, Doza, did you turn off all the stream overlays?
Nah, it's just gonna not be there.
Why?
That's where the fry one was.
So what are you doing? Why did you turn them off?
I didn't turn them off. It's on. It's just that it cycles to that thinking there's something there, and then it's just
Oh, so
there.
you didn't remove it properly. It's okay. It's
I'd
whatever.
have to like restart the whole dang thing.
Okay, yeah. Don't worry about it.
Lessons for the future.
I was like, what is going on? I'll have to look up Hylics. But yeah, Earthbound is a game that we should play. I remember watching your stream of it, Potato, and we're like, yes, we need to get into this. Can't wait for your next paycheck to buy a Switch. Ooh, Maker, that's amazing.
Really?
Yeah.
What games are you gonna get, or game? Like
What
what's
are you
on
looking
your
forward to?
Yeah, what's on your plate there?
And I would love to read. I know we can't like read books like on a stream situation, but I think in Discord, because it's almost like a private call, like I think it's fine to have like a virtual book club. Because like people, obviously authors want you to go out and buy their books, right?
Yeah, of course.
Like you can't just use their thing and talk for a stream and get, you know.
Well, there are Sonic Comics speed reading. I think it's called speed reading.
But that's a comic. That's not a published
true.
like author. But like, you know, there's always those rights and copyrights and things like that. If Fry can't be there, nothing will be, right?
Beware.
Like in the overlay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Just nuked it.
We do change those up based on the type of like stream and game and thing we're doing. Which there's going to be some new things with December as well. I don't know if we're going to get our act together by tomorrow's stream, like, or even Fridays. But definitely by next week for sure with December and all of the shenanigans for the end of the year. I'm so glad we finally figured out Streamlabs for Glob Point redemptions, like finally back as of the weekend as well.
Yeah, thankfully.
That was, I think Friday also we were able to do that. I forget. The days go by so quickly.
How can you keep up?
I don't know. How can anyone? But yeah, like we got the Glob Points fixing, which is going to be good for when we do our holiday cards. I'm really excited to spread some cheer this year.
Wow, bringing it back.
Yeah, we weren't able to do it last year, so this year it's going down. We got a really cute concept too.
Yeah, what's that?
We
no,
can't
I know
tell.
we can't tell. It's a surprise. You
secret.
can't tell them yet.
Maker's looking forward to New Horizon. Getting the New Horizon Nintendo Switch style. I didn't know that was a style. That's cool.
I wasn't aware of that either. Wait,
Yeah.
so New Horizon, that's the PlayStation game, isn't it?
I'm just gonna look up New Horizon Switch, see what that looks like.
Maybe I'm way off.
Drink some water, Doza.
I need water. Give me a
Wait,
second.
do you mean like Animal Crossing New Horizons? That Switch? Or like, is there a New Horizon Switch? Like, I can't, because all I can think of is like the Animal Crossing one.
Yeah, I'm
Am I
confused now
lost?
too. I'm confused because that was definitely a Switch, and I can't believe that there would be a.
Oh, Animal Crossing. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Doza said
'cause-
PlayStation and completely threw me off.
I don't know, Horizon Zero Dawn, New
That's-
Horizon Zero Dawn.
That doesn't make any sense. But Animal Crossing is cool.
Animal Crossing.
I love
now
that.
we're all on the same page.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it has some great colors, like
It does.
top tier Joy-Con combo for sure. I was like, I'm pretty sure Horizon Zero Dawn's not on Switch, and if it was, it'd probably like bake itself.
I kind of want to revisit Animal Crossing for the New Year. Again, like for New Year's Eve.
Yep.
Because for the past 2 years, we've done the countdown thing, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So I kind of want to do that again. Was it the past 2 years? Did we do it last year or the year before?
I don't think we did it last year.
Yeah, because last year was rough.
Last year was rough. I think we did the year before that.
But like, it was such a fun time to ring in the New Year like on stream. Like, I think that would be fun to do again. I can't think of another game that would be so good when it literally has a countdown in game to celebrate with on an island full of villagers and globs.
Yeah. What else could be better?
I don't know. That's why I can't think of anything else. I mean, I guess the other alternative is just hanging out in Discord, which I think could be fun too. Or we could do like multiple games like in a one stream. Like counting down for a couple hours, like 4 or 5 hours, and each hour be a different game. Like do some Mario Kart, do some Overwatch, do some like just keep switching, and then end with Animal Crossing's countdown.
That'd be a lot of fun, yeah.
I thought you were gonna say that'd be complicated, but you said that would be fun. Like, let's do it.
Why not? We're just switching games. How hard could that be?
Yeah. Oh my gosh, could it be like a super long stream? Do you want to beat Banjo-Kazooie's stream? Like, and do that? Like all day, like
Banjo-Tooie?
Not all day. I mean like beat the record of 7 hours.
Replay Banjo-Kazooie?
No. Beat the record of 7 hours and do a really long 8-hour stream for New Year's Eve.
This has nothing to do with Banjo-Kazooie.
Not at all. I'm
Only
just saying beating the
time.
record. Yeah. Like that could be really cool.
I see.
And who should do a subathon? That's pretty cool too. Try to hit another milestone before the end of the year, even though it's only a month, Lamau.
Yeah, right?
We would need to have like a video go viral or something for that to happen. But who knows? I'm just kind of throwing out ideas because we were planning the rest of December and we were trying to like finish Pokemon, like this specific game, by this Friday if possible, which we can do if we like stretch the hours a little bit. But instead of stretching it, we gotta stay hydrated. Thank you, Anthony.
Thank you, Anthony.
Instead of like rushing through like games a little bit, like why not, you know, take it, whatever happens. Like at this rate, we're probably going to be playing Spider-Man around Christmas.
That's what it's looking like.
Yeah. Or, you know, we can change up things. Because there's a lot of holiday events that are going to be happening in games too.
Yeah, like Overwatch, for example, probably is going to have. I don't see why they wouldn't.
Their new season starts on next week.
I can't believe it.
Yeah, and then I saw Potato and Hyper talking in gaming about Sonic Frontiers and like how there's like a festive like Santa costume holiday thing for Sonic, which I thought was really cute.
Yeah.
And also Stardew Valley, which I know we barely play on the channel, but it's a game that I love playing during the holidays.
True.
So
the last time we played it, we've actually played it like through a winter event.
Yeah.
But that was a winter event like within the game's own calendar.
True.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's just so many possibilities.
I'm sure there's plenty of multiplayer games out there that do their own seasonal event, right?
Yeah.
Other games like Overwatch.
We could also go to the snowy part of Mario Odyssey and try to find all the moons in that area because that gives you the holiday vibes.
That's true. We haven't done that, I don't think. I know we grabbed some, but in terms of like really going hard, we did the wooded forest, and then after that we did a bit of the moon and then the cooking area.
Yeah. Now, cooking, overcooked holiday levels. That would be so fun.
I don't know what theme it is, but Human Fall Flat added a free level update. Had a free level update.
That would be really cool too. There's so many things, y'all. Like,
oh my gosh.
Maybe we kind of mix it up and just do a bunch of random stuff for a while. I don't know.
Really gotta dig deep.
A turkey goulash?
Goulash?
No way.
So what makes it a goulash?
Something
weird's happening in the game.
Something weird is happening in the game.
The sky just hyper beamed the lava.
For an area full of magma, you might want some water.
True.
That's not Jolteon.
No, I think it's an Arcanine.
Never seen that before.
We saw a little memorial to an Arcanine that was like here forever ago. I'm guessing this is it.
And that's okay if you haven't shared any. You know, we actually haven't shared a lot either. I noticed our last post on our Nushindoza Eats Instagram was from like October. And like today's the last day of November. Maybe I should make a post after stream.
Yeah, possibly. Went through the entire Thanksgiving. No
Maybe
food
do
posts.
a little carousel of like, here's all some random foods from November because I didn't post anything. I'm telling you, this month was busy. I feel like it flashed before our eyes.
I blinked and it was gone.
Basically. Tomorrow's December.
No. Can y'all imagine 2022 already being over? Man, 2023, that's going to be really weird to write, I think. 2023?
It'll be a while before I could like make sure I'm writing 23 instead of 22.
Should we watch that movie 23 with what's his face? Jim Carrey?
I don't know what you're talking
to celebrate?
about.
It's like a serious movie he was in.
And a goulash is like kind of like a mixed thing of like meat and veggies and stuff with like seasonings, kind of like a
Anything else?
like I don't know. I'm gonna Google it. Okay. Goulash is a soup or stew of meat and vegetable seasoned with paprika and other spices. There you go.
Okay.
There you go. That's what it is. So I'm interested. It's probably going to be ground turkey that you guys are cooking with.
It's Hungarian, right?
That's what Google said, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it should be pretty simple, straightforward. Just kind of combining things together.
Yeah. And here we are talking about how busy this month has been, and Boxboy finally decided to stop being busy.
Way to go. I'm glad you're in a position to make that decision.
How are you doing, Boxboy? I'm hoping that, like, we can continue to, like, intentionally make choices for December, like, where even though things can be busy with stuff, like, we're trying to make the best use of our time for what we want. Like all of these holiday games that we've just listed.
Yeah.
Because I completely forgot about the Human Fall Flat one.
It keeps popping in my head randomly, but I never like really commit it to memory. I don't even have the game currently downloaded.
And see you later, Anthony. Have a good one.
Take it easy.
Days are not even mod anymore. They are just middle. Not even mid anymore? Or mod anymore?
Not even Monday? No.
No, I think days are not even mid anymore. They're just middle. I don't know. That's where I took it.
Wait. They're not going to heal my Pokemon? Why aren't they going to heal my Pokemon? What the heck?
Yeah, like... So, you guys know how we, like, have that monthly retrospective thing we've been doing on the 1st of every month? Tomorrow's is almost done. Because, like, we usually wait until the last day before to do it. Because you have to put all the highlights from the month before. And we realized, while we do have highlights from our day-to-day, there's not anything that really stood out to us this past month. It's mostly just been, we've been busy, we've got things to do. Thanksgiving was there, and then like cooking, whatever, and it was just like reflecting on it. We are kind of like mixing it up a little bit. I can't wait for you guys to see it. The highlight for tomorrow, the monthly retrospective.
I was going to mention that.
I just said it.
I know.
Okay, we're on the same page now.
Yeah, but I like prepped it in my head before we went live, and then I just...
Oh, well, you want to say your spiel a little later in the stream? There might be other people, who knows?
Sure. Why
Okay,
not?
yeah.
We could say...
It's a live stream. We can do whatever we want.
Whatever, yeah, who cares?
We can have whatever we like. And hello again, Orange Juice. How are you doing?
Good evening. Welcome back.
Doza, if you need to do the Pokemon fight section
on these, you have an actual skill issue? What do you mean? Like... Doesn't it just give you more time to throw bombs at them?
Also, doesn't Doza always have a skill issue?
I beat Dark Souls.
Me
I
too.
don't know. Like, this is Pokemon. Whatever.
I thought this was supposed to be Pokemon.
Yeah.
And we're doing good. Chilling, playing video games and whatnot. Tomorrow is December. Home Alone mid screaming his guts out here. You know, we actually already saw Home Alone like last week. We had it on while we were putting up our little Christmas tree that we have.
Yeah, it was nice.
Yeah, it's good to have like something holiday in the background while doing that for us. So we had Home Alone on. We put up a little tree, put up some lights.
We're more likely to put up a movie of Christmas rather than Christmas music.
Yeah.
I get tired of Christmas music about
there's not
10 seconds in.
I was going to say, there's not actually Christmas music that he likes. I remember we have a Globby Holidays playlist on Spotify if you want to check it out. We put that together, but of most of those, like, Doza will listen to it one time through and then he'll be like, I'm done. He needs, like, the Nintendo Christmas Lo-Fi, which is just not even, like, it feels Christmassy because there's, like, a picture of, like, Mario and snow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What the heck are these things?
Halo Infinite with, like, 20 friends? That's a lot of friends. That's awesome. I've never played Halo in my life.
Same. Like, the amount of Halo I've played is about maybe 5 minutes. Like, for like, multiplayer. And, well, everyone knew how to, like, use an Xbox controller and, like, knew where all the good spots on the map were. And I was just like, okay, sure. Guess I'll just not play. That's about as long as I've played Gears of War as a series in total. Same amount of time.
And I remember the day after Thanksgiving, you posted that in Discord in the music channel box, but it was so funny.
Oh,
and
God.
hey, Splatoony boy, aka Nate. Thanks for telling us you changed your name. Welcome back. How are you doing?
How's it going?
Planning content for YouTube is awesome. It's one of my favorite things to do.
Same.
We sit down and we talk about what games we want to play next during live streams and what content we want to put out as shorts or videos. We're hoping to get our act together to put out a full video, not just a short, in December, and we'll see how that comes up.
It's gonna be interesting, isn't it?
Yeah. As is all things.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Shotguns or snipers? I personally prefer snipers between the two.
What?
I don't like being up close and personal. Like being far away and like sniping someone and getting pretty good at that is can be fun. I've been actually enjoying playing Widowmaker lately in Overwatch. I never choose her out of my own will. It's always in Mystery Heroes, but sometimes I've been surprising myself by finding the right nooks and crannies to hide in and just getting that head clicked.
I wish I knew all the good spots, but I don't. And also, my aim isn't good enough.
Well, we learned
consistently.
that Doza doesn't really look at the map as much as I do. I keep showing him things like, hey, look at this. And he's like, I've never seen that before. I'm like, what do you look at?
Those are small, minute details.
No, regardless,
like,
that's what I'm saying. My attention to detail at looking at all of these maps is way more than yours.
You're like, look at this sexy robot on a poster. And I'm like,
It's
I've never
cute.
seen that poster in my life.
Yeah, but then did you know you could hide behind that poster?
No, because it's in the sky.
Hide behind that poster on top of the building that the poster's on?
Well, I mean...
There is a way.
Oh, now I can do a thing. What? How am I not fast enough? Oh god, what button is to dodge? I've forgotten. Wow, I just gotta...
Oh, Boxboy, we would love to play Overwatch with you sometime if you want to. I think that could be fun. I think it's cool to try playing with different people. It's been great having this community, especially with like Overwatch 2 being free to play now, like trying to play with different people, seeing their different styles, who they decide to choose. The variety's been super great. Obviously, I love playing with Doza and we play all the time, but like outside of that, it's nice to mix it up.
Yes, it is.
Well, congratulations, Orange Juice, for hitting Diamond Tier with one of your friends yesterday. We assume
Diamond Tier? That's
in
awesome.
Halo, right?
Or
what do you mean? Which Diamond Tier in what game?
Yeah, tier. I think maybe, yeah. Yes. Halo.
And it's not about like dragging me down or anything, like, or us. Like,
pick a character that doesn't shoot them.
Or it's just about having fun. Again, like experiencing a game that you enjoy with someone that you've never played with that game, like it could be that experience in itself, I think is super unique and wholesome. And it's not always about winning. Like, I'm not saying let's play competitive and you never having played it. Like, I'm saying let's play casually. Let's have fun.
That's why I really do need to, well, we need to take the time to find more of the custom game modes, the fun one.
To do with the community, yeah.
That way there's not so much pressure on, like, winning.
Also, refusing to download, that's a different thing.
Well, yeah, you know, that's a skill issue.
That's on you. But I hope anyone who plays with us never feels bad for like, or never wants to play because they think they're going to drag us down or up or whatever. Like, it's not about that. We just want to play games with our friends, and you guys are our friends.
Plus, you only get better by playing more.
Practice makes perfect, but not really
Practice
perfect.
makes better.
Better. There you go.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, you chase perfect, you're always going to disappoint yourself.
That's true. What is perfect anyways?
A fool's errand.
And hey, Kessler, you did hear winning. That's right.
Well, that's true. When Kessler's with us, we win, so.
He's a great tank. It's been really cool. I actually have some Overwatch news. I hit, for the first time in my life, gold in competitive for specifically support.
Congratulations!
Yeah.
I mean, I was there, so I knew.
Yeah, Doza knew. I was very shocked because while I've hit gold rank before, it was never in support. It was in tanking, actually, in Overwatch 1. So this was new for me, a first for me, and I got really, really excited when it happened.
Yeah, and I also have a little thing to announce. I finally, I climbed out of bronze support. Now I'm silver.
Doza did get to silver too, so that was cool. Congrats, babe.
Thanks. I'm also on the, I feel like I'm on the precipice of getting back my gold for damage, so I'm really excited to finish those matches out.
Yeah.
But there's only like 5 more days until the new season happens, and then new characters introduced that we're not going to have from the get-go, so that'll be fun. Learning to play around that.
Yeah. And sounds good, Orange Juice. Have a great rest of your evening. We'll definitely get to those DMs later this week.
True.
Doza, how do you feel that I have made a middle schooler cry? Another one contemplate their willingness to play Smash because I got access to Steve on a school Switch.
So cry less, baby. Just kidding. Yeah, like who cares? Like, you got access to Steve on a school Switch. That must have meant that the school didn't ban Steve for that Switch, and that, like, yeah, go like just pop off.
Keep winning.
Keep winning.
Keep doing you. Smash is another game we should play again. We always play it around the holidays.
Mm-hmm. True. Yep.
Community favorites is a big deal. And Kessler, goodness, we actually did bring up the fact that Spider-Man's coming up super soon.
I downloaded it.
So right after Pokemon, let me just spill it out here. Right after Pokemon, we're playing a game that is only going to take 1 stream to finish that we're really, really excited about. And then right after that game, which is also co-op, we're going to go straight into Marvel's Spider-Man.
Yep.
So it's basically the game after this game. Yeah. Like,
day after tomorrow.
So for instance, Pokemon is our 135th game. Spider-Man's about to be our 137th.
Yep.
Yeah, and Toho.
What do you mean bringing up?
What do you mean Toho 9?
Why are you bringing up Toho 9?
Boxwell, you said Toho 6.
You said Toho 6. Also, how do we play Toho 6? DM us, please.
Wait, I don't know if that link that you sent us before works anymore.
We need a refresher on the whole Toho ecosystem, if you will. You got into a TikTok argument about Assassin's Creed today and made the person realize they were wrong, deleted their comments. Nice.
That is a huge win.
Get wrecked. Flex on the haters. You gotta sometimes put people in their place. I constantly do it. I called somebody out on the Nintendo memes subreddit, and and they were completely smooth brained the whole time. And I realized it's not worth arguing with people on Reddit because they think they're better than everybody else. The amount of times I see people post comments like, oh, emoji cringe, or like, oh, TikTok cringe, and I'm like, shut up, you're just as cringy on this website as any other. Stop it. Stop having no self-awareness, you idiots. But then, you know, I'd have to say that to everybody. And see you later, Splatoony. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Have a great dinner.
Toho 9 is co-op possible? Does it make it easier if it's co-op?
I doubt it. Yes, you should explain how to download it. Yes. How comfortable are we with torrent files? It depends on the source.
True.
Yeah.
Where am I going? What was the quest? What am I doing?
And hello, nephew. Welcome back.
I probably have to go back. Yes, I do. How's it going?
When it comes to like arguing online with people, it's just not worth it.
It can be fun though.
It can
but you
be.
have to go into it with the right mindset. You have to go into it knowing that the majority of the time you're not going to change the person's mind because they're just too stupid. Or
they're just adamant in their own ways.
Yeah, you're going to get frustrated arguing your completely correct point versus their completely wrong point. And in those cases, it's not worth the effort. But it can be really fun if it's a public forum and there's an audience. Because then other people can corroborate with you on being correct. And then you don't need the other person to also change themselves to be right instead of wrong all the time. How do I go home? I just want to go home. How do I go home? It's not letting me go home.
Good on you, Kessler, for putting them in their spot and like making sure you're spreading the right information. Since you are the Assassin's Creed expert here. Also, can I just say, following you on TikTok and seeing your reposts is a great joy. I try to sometimes go in, like both Doza and I, when we watch them together, we try to go in to make sure to like your repost, because you can't just do that, because if you like the TikTok, it doesn't notify you. So I try to go into the comments and like the comment that you reposted, like to make it repost, if that makes sense. Sometimes I forget, but you do a really great job. Like, I feel like what you like is what we like.
Yeah, I feel sometimes it feels like a personal attack, but I know it's in good fun.
Yeah.
And I know it has nothing to do with me, and that's just me getting in my own head, thinking the universe revolves around me, but it doesn't.
I'm glad the algorithm of TikTok shows us what you're posting.
Thankfully, yes.
Yeah. The source is a fan site for hosting downloads and forums.
We'll look into it.
Yeah. Send us the link. Also, you mentioned Toho 9, even though previously it's always been Toho 6. Which we were planning for. You had sent us an idea for like the thumbnail, like with the girl. Does the girl thumbnail still apply for Toho 9 or probably not? I hope you know what I'm talking about.
I know that one of them I think is a vampire. And
I just remember the red dress.
The other one's a devil, I think, maybe? That seems very Toho, right? Yeah, that seems right.
I don't remember the specifics. I can visualize it. I don't remember the verbiage or whatever. Internet died. Oh no.
Welcome back, Shane, and Darth, welcome back to being from 10 minutes behind.
Yeah. And shout out to all the lurkers and the chatters and everyone, even you, yes, you listening to this in the future
thanks.
for some
Appreciate
reason.
It. Oh.
And Doza.
Oh, hi.
I'm just super appreciative of everybody right now. Like, I'm really grateful for all of you guys, especially Doza.
Oh, well, that's good. Am I gonna level up?
I had one of those moments today where like I started ranting about everything, and at the end of it, like I was kind of tearing up, and I was like, I'm just really thankful for you, Doza. And it was like a moment. He was probably really shocked as to like what I was going on about.
Yeah, everything was rather chill, and then all of a sudden she went on this tirade about how much she loves me, and I was like, all right.
Well, I had a lot of feelings.
She had a lot of feelings very quickly.
It wasn't even about him. It was just other things that I was like, I've been dealing with.
It led to me.
Yeah.
So.
Well, because like whenever I do want to talk about certain things, like yes, I talk about things here on stream all the time, and you guys can choose to listen or not or whatever. Just me going on and on. But Doza like obviously hears everything and all the things, and like I know it can be really hard when I'm trying to like navigate certain things and feelings and having to explain it to someone else, and he's just there. He listens. He knows like when to listen and when to like provide advice and like his thoughts on things. He lets me process it myself or like nudges me in the right direction that he thinks would be best for me, because he always has like our best interest at heart, right? Because like that's what you want out of a friend or couple, like kind of thing.
I'm always trying to like I guess it can be really easy to kind of narrow down on like one particular thing or like feeling a certain way about it, and it's like, well, what about like let's expand that a little bit and like kind of take some of the stress and pain and
processing it all.
Yeah, it makes it easier to process when you kind of take a step back
and have a different perspective, because he's obviously going to have a different perspective on what I'm dealing with than I would being in the midst of things, and vice versa.
Yeah.
So
this also helps me a lot. Pick me up when I fall down. Pull me out of the abyss, as it were.
Yeah. You're still laughing at the short with the hammer, bro. It's a good one. Lately, a lot of our Mario content has been picking up like everywhere. In fact, there's one video of Mario Odyssey. I don't know if you guys remember the really cool play with the sheep in Mario Odyssey, and we were like telling a story about the little sheep, and then it's like, oh, we did it. It was like a random highlight. It's over 3,000 like likes, 92 shares, and so many other views. Like almost 20,000 views on Instagram right now. And every single morning we wake up, check Instagram, and we see like a bunch more. And we barely have been posting things on Instagram lately. We just started again.
I don't know what's happening. Like, is Mario movie doing this? Like, what's going on?
We haven't even talked about the Mario movie.
No, we haven't talked about the Mario movie. Did you guys see the trailer that came out? What was it, yesterday? I think it was yesterday.
Yeah, we didn't get to watch it at the time it went live because it was a busy day, but we watched it later in the afternoon, evening, and it was so good. Like, this is legit the movie we've been waiting for like an excuse to go to the theater again.
Yeah.
I'm so looking forward to it. And like, depending on, I know it comes out in April, but depending on what day, we may cancel a stream just to go see it.
It depends.
Hopefully it's a weekend though.
I'm betting it'll be a Friday.
But what time? Like Friday midnight release? Is that what you want to do? Or like Saturday the next day? I'd rather do Saturday the next day. I'm not all about going out late at night anymore.
I suppose. It depends. Like, do you think people will be there in droves? Probably, right? They'll probably sell out the whole first weekend at wherever we want to go.
Who knows? I hope it doesn't sell out. Doza was saying, like, I've never actually bought tickets for a premiere of a movie before.
I have, but I don't think I have for something that's been like this, to this degree, no. Not this big, but I've definitely bought tickets where I've had to like make sure that I have multiple computers refreshing on the page and then I get in there first. And I've also done that for plenty of other things as well, other events. So not just movies. So I'm familiar with the process.
Gotcha. And as far as the Toho thumbnail goes, Boxboy, we're going to DM you soon about that.
Soon is a relative term, by the way.
A relative term, but like, give us like a week or two. Like within the next week or two is when we'll reach out, because Toho is coming up down the list like shortly after Spider-Man. So
yeah,
we need to get it together.
Days of Futures Past was your last movie premiere you went to? That was a pretty good movie. I think Noosh and I saw that about a year ago. But like at home on Disney Plus or somewhere, some streaming service. It better be good, unlike the live action Mario movie. I think it will be way better. Like these trailers, like hopefully they're not showing all the good stuff in the trailers. You know what I mean? Well, even then, like it's not going to be like that because honestly, the last movie, like what were those trailers like? Do we even know? Did it even have trailers? And the bar is so freaking low that I think that even if you made something on the same level as like, I don't know, let's just throw it out there. Let's like, even if the Mario movie was the same level as the Emoji movie, I think it would be better. I think it would be better, or at least more enjoyable. I'm not going to say better for sure, but more enjoyable than the live action.
What are your thoughts on Boxboy's comment here? Peach's attitude, she is missing that elegance she has in the game where she actively takes action that she even has characterized in Smash.
So we've only seen a very, very small like sliver of that. And I think that there's still hope. I think if it's a trailer, they were definitely going to show Peach like doing something rather than like the ambiance of her. So I wouldn't like take the tiny little slice and apply it to the whole thing. I think it's kind of going to be like a wait and see kind of deal. But I get what you're saying about the whole like the way she's characterized in Smash. The way she's characterized in Smash is very much that like princess kind of esque thing that can still kick your ass. This seems like this is a woman who can, like in the movie with the trailer, it's like a woman who can kick your ass who also happens to be a princess. Yes. That's just my first impression. Yeah, and take.
And I can't wait for people to see your Spider-Man thumbnail either, Kessler. It's really great. I also really like our glob for stream.
It's gonna be good. Yeah, they're cute.
I think so. And Hyper, let us know what your thoughts on the Unleashed thumbnail are. Like, hit up them DMs. Even though I think you DM'd us right before stream, but we were doing sound checks, so I haven't replied. I was gonna say, so our thumbnails, we have been doing them in advance as much as we possibly can. Right now on the lineup of games, like we have thumbnails that have been assisted by Kessler, by Shane, by Shadow. I'm so excited. I think this is the most we've ever had people like wanting to assist and help and like do all that. I think it's so super cool. It's cool seeing all the different styles. Like everyone's different.
Yeah.
And I'm just excited to play all these games you guys have been suggesting and have been inspired to create a bond. We did finally check. Oh, what was the one game that Shane had
one game?
The one game that we already had in our library, but we didn't realize until this weekend with the Steam sale.
Oh, One Shot?
Shane, we've had One Shot this whole time. No one told us.
Yeah.
And by no one, I mean Doza. We had it through this bundle that we bought back. Like we
a long time ago.
Like 2020. Like it's just been sitting in our library, but we never had it like downloaded.
Nope.
So, yeah.
It is what it is, you know?
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Oh, you sent us part of your Wrapped? Oh, cool. We will definitely check that out. Spotify Wrapped was trending like first thing this morning. So like that was one of the first things we did together is look through ours, which was really funny.
Yeah, cute though, right? Like,
yeah,
it's nice kind of going back and looking.
Yeah, but we have been watching or listening to more music like on YouTube to like catch music videos and stuff. So
True.
there is that.
So what would you say has been like your favorite so far? Like of this year?
My favorite what?
Music.
Oh. Well,
Like
those are,
it could be
me.
anything. It could be genre, it could be movie, it could be song, it could be album. What has been your number one?
Nostalgic teenage angst.
So I would say so, considering I've been here
Yeah.
also wanting to kind of dive in with you on that. It's been good. It's been nice.
Yeah. And no rush hyper. There's so much time. Like we never want anyone to feel rushed with like assisting for them. The fact that you guys even want to assist is very sweet. So, you know.
Thank you for that.
Yeah. I'm sorry your internet keeps dying, Shane. Total of 3 times.
Wow, Shane didn't even hear about that game that we've had for years.
Probably
so
not.
sad. Oh well.
Really? Are you able to like reset your internet or something that could just like, you know, maybe, I don't know. Anytime something's not working, I'm like reset. For instance, our printer was printing out really weird and I was like, Doza, reset. And instead of resetting, he did something else and it worked too. Like it got to what we needed, but it was just like, for me in my head, like reboot, reset, let's just start from the beginning.
Just go nuclear, nuke the whole thing, start over. Rebuild. For me, it's more like it was more just like a
problem solving.
I was like, I have a feeling I know what the issue is. I don't know how long it's going to take me, but I'm going to try anyways. And I ended up getting it where we wanted it. So thankfully that worked out. Just got to remember that every time we need to print something.
Also, yeah, if you're resetting internet with others in your house or home, like it's important to let everyone know first.
Yeah, let them know, and then also like, hey,
are you guys having issues too, kind of thing.
Yeah, get people on your side, and then it makes it a lot easier.
Yeah, because I was gonna say, yeah, it would be really. I hated when my parents like would reset and like not tell me, and like I would, you know, when I lived at home. So yeah, don't do that. That's how you get like angry people.
My mom didn't know how to reset the internet.
She always asked you?
Yeah, she always asked me to do it if anything was wrong. But she, at the time, like when I was a kid, she wasn't really on the internet enough. She was too busy, like, you know, keeping up with whatever she was doing or watching her shows, things like that. Gotcha. Whereas I was constantly on the internet.
Gaming.
Yep.
I am like unplug, replug. Well, with like the internet, it's like resetting the router and like getting another like connection, like turning it off for a while, turning it back on. Constantly have to reset the TV's connection to the internet too sometimes, and it's like powering it down, waiting 10 seconds, and then rebooting. So when it comes to things, sometimes when I first met Doza, if something like broke or like wasn't working the way it was intended, I'd be like, okay, so let's get rid of it and get a new one. Like that would be my answer because I didn't want to think about it. Like, oh, like let's just, you know, this is already old. Let's just buy something new. And Doza's like, no. We're going to problem solve and use what we can, like, and what we have, and weighing the options of is it worth it to replace it or like fix things. And it just depends on the type of item. Like obviously with electronics, it's like, no, I'm going to try everything. Like until, because I'm not going to spend a lot of money replacing it. But for smaller things around here, I'm like, nah, just throw it away. It's not worth my time.
It depends for me. I have to really, like, I kind of feel like a failure if I don't fix something. It's kind of a thing I'm working on.
He loves pulling his toolbox out. Like,
yeah. I feel like when I get to pull my toolbox out, like, things are going to go well.
He gets really, really excited, and then he never actually puts his toolbox away until I tell him to.
I have tools currently sitting on the desk in front of me.
It bothers me.
I haven't put them away.
Yeah.
Not yet. Haven't done it yet. I will.
Like, why is there a wrench here?
And pliers.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go talk to this person.
AJR was your fave.
No way.
You accidentally made a hit tweet even though your account just exists to get pictures and videos off your Switch. That's cool. I want to see the tweet.
Can you just like send? Let's see.
Isn't there a way to send it to your phone?
There's a way to send it to your phone, but then you still have to go from your phone to your computer. There is another way though, and I just saw a YouTube short about it.
What is it?
Something about like going into the settings of, or like you go to the pictures and then you go to like the sharing, and then there's like an option for like USB sharing, and then you just kind of look at that. I haven't done it myself.
I don't know.
But it's there.
When it comes to like sharing things on my phone, I'm really, really grateful for like Apple's AirDrop to easily, like, if you're connected to the same network, like internet at home, you can just instantaneously like send it to your computer. That's come in clutch for me so much. I don't have to hook up anything, and like my phone and my computer are completely like in sync.
Yes.
Yeah, it's the best. And way better than like the cloud. I don't like saving things in like the cloud, like from my phone.
No, why not?
I don't use Apple's cloud at all.
Oh, that cloud.
Yeah, I like other clouds, like Adobe's cloud. We can't function without using Adobe's cloud.
That's true.
Like all the Adobe stuff that we do, like with Photoshop, with Premiere, with Audition, like all of it, like there's no way any of this could exist without it.
And I'm super grateful I can add things to it from my phone.
Yes,
That's actually how we get like stuff off of the Switch. If we're just like moving like a couple of photos, for example, it's just easier instead of having to turn off the Switch, take out the SD card, get our adapter, put it in the USB port, yeah, connect it to our computer, then bring them all off of there. I don't want to do that. So if I just need to move like a couple pictures, I'll put it on my phone, and then from my phone I'll upload it to the cloud, and then boom, I basically have it on my computer already and ready to go for me to use for whatever, or for Noosh if I hand that off to her.
Wham bam, thank you fam.
There you go. It's that easy. Well, I mean,
Technology
it's a bit convoluted,
has
but yeah, there you go.
Come a long way.
Yeah, true.
I can't even imagine like going back to how it was like in the 90s, like with technology, like having to, I don't even know where to begin with it all, honestly. The option of using your landline or your internet. Like, get off the internet, I need to make a call. Not that anyone in my household sounds like that.
I remember a time before caller ID was like a fully established thing. Yeah, in school when I was a kid, having caller ID was like, you're a rich family.
Really?
Yeah, it was like a thing kids used to brag about.
Because you can see who's calling.
Yeah, because that was the new hot thing.
Now you have contacts. Oh, there's that one like TikTok that's been getting to me. Like I keep seeing like, remember when people would spend a lot of money to have like ringtones on their cell phones, like with their favorite songs and stuff, so when you answer a call, but now your phone's always on silent. It's like, stop calling me, like text is fine. Like yes. How far we've come. Floppy disks. I remember there was actually a video game. It was like a Disney one that I had that was on floppy disks. It was like a Mickey Mouse teaching you math, reading, and like educational Disney game. On a freaking floppy, like a series of floppy disks that you put in based on. Well, yeah, because based on what you're trying to learn.
Were they different primary colors and stuff like that?
They were blue.
They were blue. Okay, yeah.
Disney's classic blue, just like their VHSs.
Did you have to do math? Because was it like a festival thing or like a carnival?
Yeah, we've talked about this.
No, I know, but I'm reliving it right now.
Yeah.
Right, because you throw the darts at the balloons
and then there's
to
a number.
Do the math.
Yeah, there's math.
Yes. So we actually had a printer that
would print out a certificate.
Yeah, because like if you completed all the mini games, you like won the game, and then you could print out. Not only that, there was also a plastic rollout thing for your keyboard, and it had different like colors and shapes to correspond with the controls on the screen.
Super kid friendly.
Oh my god!
You got your ringtone illegally? What are you talking about? What do you mean?
Downloaded it from the internet.
There was also that where you could record like when it's on the radio or on a CD or something. You just have to be really quiet, hold your phone close to the sound source, and then like that's my ringtone. The right part of the song. I used to actually be pretty obsessed with like putting the right ringtone or like caller tone for depending on who my contact was. Like if like whether it was like a parent calling or like a friend calling, like each friend had a different sound like associated with them. I thought that was all the rage.
Imagine
and now
that.
I just have it on silent, and I don't really pick up calls unless I have a scheduled call with a friend to catch up.
Wow.
We've come a long way.
We really have. Those are really not holding soiled apricons when he struggles in the stealth. So all I have to do is throw like a mud ball at them, right? Like it's that simple. I also have smoke bombs. I'll get them back out. Let me waste all my money on this guy, and then I'll take him back out. I will try. That's my goal today, to learn to use spoiled apricots, corns, cuts, one of those things. All right, that cost me 6,000. That was nothing. We can go more. 7,000? Yeah, sure. Let's do it.
Not gonna lie, the whole like stream overlay thing like does bother me.
Me too. You're gonna have to.
Oh well. And Shane said, "Do it."
I'm doing it. I'm doing it.
He's doing the thing.
If the thing is not angered, you can use soiled apricot and it just has a what? Really? It has an aneurysm? Oh my god.
I can't believe aneurysms exist in Pokemon.
That sounds like it would make it a lot easier to catch a Pokemon.
Technology
10,000,
has come
10,000.
so
Yes.
far, yet technology doesn't always work in our favor. Case in
true.
point, overlay right now.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna
No,
bring.
no,
I'm
you
gonna,
don't have to do it.
I'm
It's
gonna
fine.
bring it back, and it'll show up the next time. It's better than it being
It's
blank, right?
fine. Whatever works, whatever floats your boat.
Look at that. Isn't that's like magic, huh? Wow. Thanks, Fry.
He's not even here right now.
I know.
He's probably asleep.
Oh, imagine
Time
sleeping.
zones and whatnot.
Oh, I don't know if you noticed
bet.
earlier. Yeah, you bet. Sure, why not? Whatever. Let's move on. Earlier, I failed to catch another Eevee.
What a shame.
Yep, that could have been 2 by now.
But now we're only at 1.
Wait, I have to fight this thing?
Go, Tamarinda!
No, that thing's made of grass. It's gonna kill us.
Should have switched it out.
Oh, of course you get first dibs. Yup. Surprised we don't have the sturdy ability. What ability do we have? Oh,
Someone call me.
sorry, Shane. We didn't.
Do you want us to call you?
Call him what?
Okay.
Do you want me to send the tweet? Where do you want me to send the tweet? What's the tweet?
I mean, depending on if you want to share it publicly, like, you know, that's up to you, or if you want to send it to us in DMs. I can also check Twitter after stream, like, you know. The one that went, like, you know, that got really popular, even though, like, Boxboy wasn't trying to.
Ouch! This hurts. Stop. Okay, what if I just do this again? Sorry to keep bringing it up. AJR, lead singer, posted in how one of the brothers' high school they made an anti-AJR club to bully them. Now look where they are.
That is inspiring. Way to go, them. That's so, like, shitty that someone would do something like that, but bullying has always been a thing, and I'm so glad that they didn't let the bullying stop them from pursuing their passions to get to where they are today. Thanks for sharing that, Hyper. I didn't know that.
Me neither.
And I love stories like that. See, it's stories like that from artists and creatives or people that I just look up to, that I like to read their stories to, you know, inspire me in my journey. That's going back to, like, all the books that I need to read.
You love books.
I do. We've actually designed a bookmark before that we sent to our patrons last year. I feel like we should redesign another book. Like, we should design another bookmark in the future. Maybe.
It's been a while.
Yeah. Bookmarks are fun.
I like them. I really like the bookmarks we have.
Yeah.
They're pretty freaking good.
Pokemon, gaming related. Oh, okay. It's Pokemon related. That's awesome.
Yeah, alright. Sure, why not? Oh, we got a new mission. I wonder what we're gonna have to do next. I've just been crushing it in this game. I know I've been losing a lot of Pokemon, but I haven't lost. Except that one time when I did. But we don't talk about that.
Oh, dang. 3,500 plus likes, Boxboy.
What? You went viral?
That's on Twitter. Oh, I can't click on it. Oh, wait, never mind. I can. Sorry.
Wow.
I'm not logged in on my computer to Twitter, so it was like, sign up for Twitter today, like with the pop-up.
I gave her a pop-up and her
Like,
brain
I don't wanna
just
sign up.
ignored the thing that was in the center of the screen. Kind of amazing.
At Alpharad, nonetheless.
Really? You ratioed him?
So Alpharad said, please, can everybody please show me your favorite and funniest glitches in Scarlet Violet? And then Boxboy replied with the video. I don't know if this is a spoiler or not, though. Probably not. I don't know.
I mean...
It's a glitch with this Psyduck.
What? You can have the legendary Pokemon as your pet? thing? Now I know. Oh,
I think
no.
it was a Psyduck that's the glitch.
Oh, what the? That's
yeah,
creepy.
Psyduck jump scare. And then, yeah, everyone's like, oh my gosh, that's hilarious. Way to go. I'm gonna check this out later and like it from like where I'm logged into Twitter on my phone.
Imagine when we eventually play Pokemon Scarlet and Violet.
And that happens.
like they have, like, I would love it if they would not fix any of the bugs that are funny and only like improve the frame rate. That would be perfect. I would love that.
We'll definitely watch it later with the noise and like it as well. I think that's super cool. Good job.
That's pretty snazzy. Where's my quest? It is.
I wish I had
this
more
one.
time to read books as well, Kessler. I think back on like when I used to, like that was my free time was taken up with reading more than anything else. And it's like, you know, it's okay that I've changed, but there are still some things that I want to read. And audiobooks are great too. Especially like when you're doing like tasks around like home or something, like washing dishes, cleaning, like listening to something like that, or a podcast or something, like that still gives that vibe even if you can't actually read the book. But there is something magical about opening a book in your hands physically.
When you open it up all the way and the spine like
Yeah.
creaks a little bit.
And then like a new book smell. I don't know, I'm weird.
That papery feel from
Yeah.
the pages.
And Hyper, no need to stop. I mean, I love that you have someone to look up to like that, like these creatives that you not only enjoy their music that they put out, but the story behind them and like what they've shared with their fan base. Like that's super cool. We definitely resonate with that feeling, and I know a lot of others do too, right? It's just natural to have role models like that.
I mean, if they're doing good, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
Box
no.
Boy's inspiring story on how this autistic you're not a loser, Box Boy, ended up being able to graduate early. Hate school so much I just sweat it out. Also, congrats on graduating early. Like that's super cool. Like that's awesome that you were
Whoa,
able to
really?
do that. Or you're gonna do that. Because you're graduating this year, right?
That's gonna be so amazing.
Because you did the crown thing, and I still remember that memory of you sharing that with us, like, warms my heart to this day. I'm never going to forget that. I think it's super cool. It's hard to do that, and we're super proud of you. And you're not a loser.
Nope, sorry.
I should have read that before reading it out loud. I'm always bad at that. Like, I say intentionally in my head, like, I'm going to read this in my head before I say anything,
This
but I just get
loser.
caught up. Nah.
It's easy. You want to speed read. You want to get to the content. Get to the response.
Yeah.
I totally understand.
I get ahead of myself.
I think it's even funnier when like chat trolls you a little bit, make you say something a
like
little
Candace?
sussy. Yeah, Candy's nuts.
Oh, okay, does it?
That one never gets old.
Kessler, you get it. Smell from books. It just feels different. Oh man, like cuddling up with a book, a blanket, and like you have a fireplace nearby. I've never done that before, but it always looks so like amazing. I've never had like a fireplace that we actually lit outside of like vacations and stuff. Like just at home. We have a fireplace, but we never
true.
lit it. So, and obviously now in the apartment we don't have one, but it would be super cool to someday have a fireplace with a really comfy like seating arrangement nearby, and then like, you know, a fireplace in a library. Oh my gosh, my heart.
Fireplace in a library, that's a vibe. But the dancing of the flickering of the flames,
Yeah.
the crackling of the wood, the warmth and the glow of the fire.
Oh my gosh.
Can you
Like chestnuts roasting? I don't know. No, I'm just kidding.
chestnuts, but instead you're reading books. It's basically the same thing.
I kind of want to draw our globs like in a corner, like me reading, you on like a Switch or something by a fire. Like that could be a future holiday card design.
Yeah, it could work.
That's so romantic. I love it.
I don't think I've ever actually read a book by a fireplace before.
It's not really the best lighting,
Yeah, true.
but you know.
Telling it like it is. Y'all are old? What do you mean old?
I don't think we're old.
How can I be old
I think
if
we're-
I watch the Kids Teen Choice Awards?
You don't. I think we're
It's
getting
true.
older, but I mean, all of us are growing and getting older at the same rate, regardless of when we were born.
Wow. Hello,
so,
death.
You know, make the best use of your time here and enjoy what you want regardless of anything, really. And yeah, sometimes like we can have an old soul vibe to us.
Why not?
Like we don't want to go out late at night anymore, like even though we're like, I don't know, we're just going based off like preconceived notions of a certain age of like when people should stay home or what time they should be out, like what have you. I just think it's safer to be indoors, like especially there's not a lot of crime in our area. It's kind of scary.
Yeah.
We keep getting these crime notices and I hate it. Like I want to move, but then also we're kind of stuck here for a while and it's just scary to go out late at night. They even like we're getting emails from our apartment complex basically saying don't go outside late at night around the complex unless you have a buddy. And while me and Doza always have a buddy, it's still kind of scary.
It's concerning.
Yeah.
I feel like we're getting like weekly.
There was also one time we came back, like we did come back a little late when we went to that Halloween party and our clicker for our gate wasn't opening. Like,
nope.
What are we supposed to do? We had to like find someone else that was going in and quickly go behind them. And it was like really scary. And it's like, I don't want to be put in this situation. Like the office is closed. You have to call someone. You have to get security out here. Like, I don't want to do any of that.
No, of course not.
Outdoors is a scary world. I prefer being cozy and cuddly indoors rather than outdoors.
I do enjoy me a good indoors time. And I can go for that for like forever.
We still do want to have adventures outside though. We actually put out a Patreon storytime post today. We always do at the end of every month. They're one of my favorite posts that we do. And it's usually talking about an experience or a memory or telling a story about something. And this one was from a real life adventure that we had. And reliving that adventure and those memories was super cool. And it actually inspired us while working on it this month to talk about like, okay, like we really do need to start getting out there more and doing things. Like we don't want to look back on our life and be like, oh, we were indoors all the time and like we had all these experiences in games or through the books we read or what have you, but we didn't actually live like outside of that. Like I don't want to just be at the gaming setup and work all day in front of a computer. I want to like see things with my eyes and like smell things and eat things and all kinds of stuff. So we're hoping to keep trying to start doing more events. Yeah.
I think it'll be good for us.
I think so. And I think
the more we do it, the less like the less novel it'll feel. But on the flip side of that, it's not going to be like so much like, oh, it's been this long. Like the reason why it's special is because we don't do this kind of thing that we want to do, and it would just feel a lot better to like have it be part of the like a norm that we're progressing towards, like a new normal. That's what I'm looking forward to
reward ourselves like for all the hard work that we do. I mean, we've been saving and taking so many risks for the past few years to build up Doza, our freelancing business, all this stuff. And it's like, well, 5 years ago, we were hoping to have our own business. Now here we are and we have that. So what, like, now moving forward, like what are the next 5 years going to look like? Let's figure out like what we can do to do that. And while being grateful for what we have been able to accomplish too.
Yeah.
Every experience, whether it's a low one, a high one, like it all kind of calculates up and you think about it as you get older for sure. Like, where is my life going?
Well, it's
you get to decide where it's going.
Yeah, it helps, but it also helps to know where you've been.
Yeah.
Right? That way, you can avoid some of those pitfalls that tend to creep up every now and then.
Yeah, part of my rant earlier to Doza, like off stream, was like, I was really grateful that I hit essentially what I like to call my rock bottom, the darkest point of my life. Like after I quit a job without knowing what I was gonna do next, that whole experience truly has changed me for the better. Not having things guaranteed and having to restart from the ground up of like something completely new, not what you went to school for, like all of this stuff. Like, well, for a while it's like, why did I even go to school for that if I wasn't going to pursue it? Like I was doing it for other people or like not truly for myself, or maybe part of it was for myself. I don't know. Instead of worrying about that, worry about the present and the future and what you're going to do, the moves you're going to take for what you truly want. Getting that clarity of, okay, this is my next step. This is what I want to do next.
Yeah.
It's hard, but part of my next step and part of what I want to do next is learning how to relax and learning how to reap the rewards of all the hard work I've put in for the past 5 years. Because I didn't do enough of that.
Now, when it comes to decision making, I got another one, but it's related to the game.
Whoa, yeah? You're not going to use Tamarinda anymore?
No, I still want to.
Oh, okay.
That's a good one. It's just that I got this really chonky scorpion Pokemon,
We're going to try that.
and it's an alpha. I'm trying to figure out what am I going to swap out for it.
Probably the Blimpy Man.
Blimpy Man?
Yeah.
All right, Blimpy Man. Goodbye, Blimpy Man. It was nice knowing you.
I'm sorry that so many of y'all are having internet issues today.
What's up with that?
I don't know. And Kessler, I really hope you go to events someday too. Definitely reward yourself when you can to try something new, like going to whatever is going to bring you joy. Like whether, I know we've talked about like going to gaming conventions and things. I think that would be super good and cool for you. And like, it's, as a YouTuber yourself, especially like creating content as a creator, like I think that's going to be really great for networking purposes for you.
I'm very excited to see what comes next.
Yeah.
Oh god. We gotta be very careful, Noosh, around this thing. It's kind of scary. It's big.
It is a big boy.
It's a big boy.
Weird looking.
I think it's just like a walrus. Uh-oh.
Walrus lion situation. I don't know. But like, I don't even know.
Giants fight. Blizzard. That's bad. Oh, thank god it avoided. That was scary. What are these moves? Anything good? None of this is any good. Okay.
Taking the risk of clicking an Undertale stream from an indie streamer has affected me positively, which is funny. I love that, Boxboy.
That's really nice, yeah. That's a real nice sentiment. I like that a lot.
Another saved comment from Boxboy for life.
Oh! Oh no. It hit me really freaking hard. I want to run away. Let me run away. Bye. That went terribly. I didn't account for the fact that it might have something that could one-shot my new strongest Pokemon.
Good luck with your voiceover, Kessler. You got this.
You do got this.
We actually did a voiceover earlier in one take. We haven't had a one-take voiceover in a long time.
The amount of editing that had to be done? Basically nothing.
Basically, yeah. It's really just finding the right music for it. For the background. But yeah,
I have some ideas too.
I was shocked. I was like, how did we get through that without any, like, it's so rare in one take. With both of us not making the other person laugh or mess up or anything, like, I was taken back.
Making.
Winning.
Hell yeah. Oh,
and now watch, the video is gonna flop.
Oh, well, you win some, you lose some.
But in our hearts, we'll know it took one take and we're proud of it.
Uh-oh. Turn around.
Hyper, you're still dealing with the community strike? You haven't, like, removed it or, like, reached out to YouTube about it? Yep. I hope you're able to figure it out soon.
That means you, like, can't stream for a week, right? I think that's what that means.
No, you tried. Aw. But, like, it'll go away eventually, right?
I don't know.
It depends on the strike, I guess.
It might be, like, a 90-day thing. I'm not really sure.
Hyper said I just have to wait. Okay.
I'm gonna catch this one. What am I trying to do right now? Trying to level up. Why? Because they said I'm not cool enough to do the next quest.
Boxboy, we see the world pretty negatively too. And it's definitely gotten us to low places before, or like, causing us to dwell a lot on the negatives more than the positives. And it's really, really hard to get yourself out of that. But it is doable. And sometimes just trying to remember like what you are grateful for and like seeing that there is, a brighter future if you want to make the choices and the things to get there, like that has helped. I'm not saying every day is a walk in the park and it's going to be easy, but I think it's good for all of us to try to look at the world a little bit more positively as much as we can, or more realistically too. Like, while there is a lot of bad stuff, like there is good.
Yeah,
and
like
you can be that good,
The world can feel pretty unfair sometimes, and like it can be totally justified, like by the way, feeling bad about the world being unfair can be totally justified. However, that's also like not acknowledging the fact that there is a level of power that you have to make changes to improve your life.
I love what he said. The way I see it is a bad experience is better than an empty one, so I might as well try to laugh at the bad.
There's always something to learn. Yeah.
Yeah. Or to laugh at.
I can't tell you how many years it felt like I spent like not experiencing things.
I have a great example for this that we
Yeah?
laugh at.
What would that be?
When there are people in our lives that tell us that we shouldn't be together.
Yes.
For so many years, we dwelled on like, why are people feeling this way? Why can't certain members of our families or friends see that we're very happy together and we love each other despite differences or cultural or religious or whatever? Like, we dwelled on it to where it negatively impacted our mental health. But now we're at the point where we're laughing at that situation because it's like, who the frick are you to tell us that we can't be together? I'm just gonna laugh at that whole situation and move forward positively and live our best life regardless of what people are gonna say, because who cares what people think? That is one of the hardest lessons that I've had to learn from whatever. Especially being from like being an Indian American, the South Asian community, like they are very notorious for like, what is the community or society going to think of us about different actions we take. So many times I've been said, what are people going to think? People have asked me that, like, what are people going to think if you decide to do this? And it's like, and I've always tried to rebuttal or fight back. And it's like, no, I'm just going to laugh at it. Like, who cares what people think? I'm just going to do what I want to do regardless of it. I don't care if the news or the gossip mill goes crazy about my decisions. Like, your life must suck that you're talking about me instead of living your own life.
Imagine being with me being controversial. I'm a pretty
vice
spicy
versa.
Individual, huh?
Vice versa. It's
Yeah,
not
it's
just on my
true.
side.
It's not just on your side. I've heard some similar stuff as well.
We just gotta laugh at it and move on.
You can't change how people are gonna like feel or think or whatever. And it's just a waste of time trying to convince them otherwise. You can't.
Instead, be with the people that love you. Be with the people that wholeheartedly love you, that make you feel good, that energize you. You guys.
Don't waste your time on people like that. Don't give them the time of day. Like, here's the thing. Like, you can't convince somebody. You can't convince somebody of something or change their mind on a point that they didn't like get there with reason. You can't reason somebody out of a point that they haven't reasoned themselves into.
So why waste the time and energy? Focus
Exactly.
on yourself and find that good for yourself where you can in a world of bad. You've never had a bad experience in your life? I feel like Comedy Shane is back.
Peak comedy. Life's too easy.
Being in a low place, every bad thing that happens, you just want to throw yourself into a volcano. What timing, since there is a volcano that's like erupting right now in Hawaii? However,
I think it's a Mauna Loa.
yeah. That being said, it can feel very easy to say, like, I'm in a low place, like, I'm done, I don't want to deal with it, whatever. Been in that place many, many times. And from that, I'm trying to be like, you know what? This isn't the end of the world. Life's going to go on regardless of this one thing that happened here, or even a group of things. Like, you can have a really shitty day and have like a million things go wrong, or a month, or a year, or this whole entire pandemic. Like, I'm still processing 2020 and 2019, and we're about to be in 2023. Like, so much has happened, and you can dwell on it all you want and feel bad for yourself and throw yourself a pity party, but at the end of the day, the only person you're hurting is yourself. Instead, despite everything that you may be processing or going through, why not make the steps or take the actions to get to a better place for yourself?
Easier said
New
than done,
rank!
but possible. And yes, we got a new rank. We improved
Congrats.
ourselves.
Hell yeah, improving ourselves.
4th star. Now we can use
Soon
lead
we'll
bowls.
be a 5-star hotel.
True. Level 50 Pokemon, all great things. And more recipes for crafting, even though I've crafted like the same 3 things like all game.
Try not to let that mean person get to you, Hyper. Regardless of how close you have to sit with them because of assigned seating or proximity, like, none of that. Like, just do you. Don't let them get to you. And if they are getting to you, remember that you're in a school and you can, like, tell a teacher, like, if they're doing something to directly hurt you.
I was thinking about like what happens when the school administration isn't enough. And then I remembered that the school board is a thing. And
That's
the superintendent is a thing. And once you start going to them, things tend to happen because administrators don't want to put their jobs in jeopardy. So just food for thought.
I've
That's
had a
something to look
teacher
into.
actually racially discriminate against me, and even when I would like say certain things about like the other students and stuff, like she wouldn't care because it was coming from me. And it got to the point that it was so bad that, yeah, it wasn't just me that was being targeted. There were some other students of color as well. And we went to, you know, our parents, and our parents went to the right people, and she got fired.
Boom.
It was a second grade teacher,
Yeeted
too.
and deleted.
Second grade is when I learned that teachers discriminate.
It's real. People are human, which means they can be wrong quite often. Teachers are human as well.
She was also a math teacher. Does that tell me anything?
Well, she should have understood fairness. There's no fairer subject than math, right? You would think. Oh, 100 merit points? Okay, neat.
They could care less about the kids. Not necessarily. There's a lot of good people as much as there are bad. Sometimes the bad ones cause the most drama, so that's why they're in the news and media more than the good ones.
Well, sometimes the bad ones also know people, you know, in powerful positions, so they get to stay where they are. And like the worst thing that can happen to them is maybe a slap on the wrist. But if you make enough noise, change can happen.
And this is why elections matter. And this is why politics matter. Regardless of what your thoughts and feelings are, you do have a voice, and you should use that voice, especially if you're in the United States. I can't speak for politics and government in other places because I don't know nothing. But here, like, you have a voice. If you're a citizen here, like, or living here, like, you can vote, you can do things if you're eligible and make your voice heard. Yeah.
Nice plug. That's very true.
We shouldn't just say it during election time. I know some of y'all are turning 18 soon. Register to vote. Remind yourself.
Don't forget.
Put it in your calendar now for when you turn 18. Like, hey, I get to register to vote. Pretty cool thing.
There's nothing, you can't really lose from trying, right?
Trying what?
To be more involved.
Oh, okay. I was like, what?
Trying what? What do you mean trying what?
I thought you meant trying to register. I was like, yeah, it's pretty easy. Like, you don't need to try. Like,
no, I know. Oh my goodness. I understand.
Oh no, you had to bury a rabbit today? Was it like a pet or something?
Was it like a school
pet? Are you? Shane's not in school right
What do you mean fun? Well, you said fun fact. I don't know.
Well, I mean, you know, Shane's
like maybe they brought the alumni together to come bury the school rabbit.
Sometimes people say fun fact and they really just mean like, hey, here's a fact for the day. It's not necessarily always fun.
And
like burying a rabbit is not fun for me.
I can't read mine.
I'm not saying okay. Like, Shane, are you okay? Like, how are you processing this burying of a rabbit? What happened? If you want to share, I feel like you want to share. I don't know. I don't even know what to say when someone says I bury a rabbit. Like, is it a pet? Like, that's where I went. Cause like, that's really sad.
Its suffering is over.
I watch bunny videos and rabbit videos all the time. They're cute.
You mean you never had to bury a rabbit before?
No.
Wow. Imagine that.
I had a friend in elementary school who had a rabbit, and I remember it smelled bad.
That's
as cute as it was.
You know, that could have been a number of things. Maybe it was a smellier breed, or maybe they didn't really take care of it, or maybe it was what they were feeding it, or maybe they didn't clean out the air, like the area. Very good. There's a lot of reasons why a rabbit could be smelly.
I love the little. There's like some rabbits that travel the world with their like influencer owners, like on TikTok and stuff, and I think it's pretty cool. Like I see a rabbit sitting in first class, like the privilege.
Yeah, I mean, fair enough.
It's cute though, you know, like the rabbit, like with clothes on and like dress them up and everything.
Well, that reminds me of like Bugs Bunny. Specifically, I was listening to some classical music that goes hard. Specifically, classical music that was I wouldn't say stressful, but certainly like intense. I really like being able to just kind of flood my eardrums with just the classical music noise. Because it gets me going and it gets the creative juices flowing, especially when I'm writing. And where was I going with this?
I don't know, but Shane has answered the question about the rabbit.
Oh, right. The Rabbit of Seville. I heard the Barber of Seville, the song they used for that.
Oh.
From I don't know who made the song.
So the rabbit
Beethoven,
was his
maybe.
Cousins. And Shane had to break the news. That is so sad. Like,
yeesh.
Our thoughts are with your cousin and the rabbit and every member of your family impacted by this.
Is your cousin like significantly like younger than you? Is this like the first time they've had to deal with something like this? I have so many follow-up
questions. Like I want to know the whole
story.
Sorry
for the loss.
Yeah. Shane had to help from there. Luckily the ground hadn't frozen yet. Oh, because it's like cold.
Luckily the ground hadn't frozen. What happened? It's snowing?
Like it could be snow, like frozen yet.
I guess
like,
that makes sense.
Though my hands were swollen for a while. Like I hope you're okay. I hope the rabbit. Well, I mean, I hope everyone impacted by the rabbit's loss is going to be okay. I can't even imagine. Like, I've never had a pet. I've never lost a pet because I've never had a pet to lose. And, like, I know it can be a very hard time.
It can be, yeah.
I know Doza's lost pet.
Yeah, definitely. The family overall, definitely as well.
Yeah.
There's nothing new on this end.
That's so sad. Poor rabbit. Now I'm thinking about, we have this like velveteen rabbit from like, it's like this little Christmas rabbit plushie thing that Doza's had since he was a baby. And we, his mom gave it to us a couple years ago and we always put it up next to our like Christmas tree. So I'm thinking about that rabbit.
Don't tell me the color of the rabbit. Because then it'll, oh, this puts too much in it. They're a-holes in the community that you're in, being a-holes and making fun of me and Uni for being close, spreading a rumor. Oh, man. Why do they have to do that?
Well, you know, remember, like...
They're jealous, is what it is.
I was going to say, remember the lesson you learned from AJR? Like, the inspiring story of how, like, there was a whole bullying group created against them. Like, the same thing, like, bullying and rumor starting or whatever. Like, don't worry about it. Move on. Like, thrive regardless.
Like, saying, nuh-uh, right? Like,
yeah.
arguing against it isn't going to change anything.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just going to make them double down.
You and Uni know your relationship and friendship and whatever it may be. Like, forget them and just do you.
The more attention you give it, the more they're going to do it, I feel like. That
Regardless if they're one of your friends or not that's being an asshole. Like, the fact that you're saying one of those assholes is my friend, like, why heed any of that? If they were truly your friend, they would stop if it's bugging you.
Like, you've told them it's bugging you.
Yeah, if you communicate that and they still haven't stopped, then it's like...
You're not being a very good friend.
And it's okay to cut friends out of your life. I mean, I don't obviously know the whole entire situation or severity here, but life is too damn short, y'all.
Like, maybe we can be friends when you stop being such a jerk.
Yeah, maybe. Or, like, you're not a good friend. Maybe in a couple years you'll grow out of this weird arc that you're in and you'll be a better friend, or I'll have moved on and made more friends at that point. Whatever.
Yeah, like, I'm not a fan of your villain arc.
What arc are you in right now? I've seen that as a trend on TikTok too, where people go around asking like, what arc are you in? And like, they did it on a college campus and it was like, oh, I'm in my skipping my 9 a.m. class arc.
Really?
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
They just make up like different arcs and I think it's funny. Pika does that a lot in our community too. Like,
that's
my
true.
This arc, and I'm like, which arc are you in now?
I think it's a pretty good like strategy for like acknowledging like kind of what you're feeling in the moment.
Yeah, like what's your arc right now, Doza?
I'm in my learning to put myself first arc and giving myself the time of day that I deserve arc. Yeah.
I love that.
Thank you. What arc are you in?
You took my answer.
Yeah, I know. That's why I put you on the spot.
My arc is trying to learn how to like relax arc. And part of that is putting myself first too. Yeah,
I could definitely see that. Really cared about the rabbit on the opposite side of the country. Those are ground freezes. I don't understand. How does the ground turn to ice? It's made of dirt. What are you talking about? I've definitely seen ice on top.
It was snowing today. Imagine having to bury a rabbit in like a lot of snow. If it's too hard and frozen, you can't get down there. That's what he means.
Oh, okay. I understand now.
You haven't
Damn,
been in
that
snow enough.
sucks.
We already went over
I
the
know
fact
it
that
sucked before, but now I'm thinking about if I had to do that.
Oh my god.
No, wait. That sounded really... I'm so sorry. That sounded hella selfish. No. My
self-awareness,
my
though.
surprise. Yeah, I was trying to be more self-aware. My surpriseness is from how hard the ground could be. I acknowledge that like that would be difficult, and it's already difficult having to bury something. So, yikes.
I love your arc, Kessler. Learning to live, create, and be a better person. I already think you're a great person, so you're doing great.
So learning to live and create then.
I mean, but you know, I don't know all of Kessler's situations, so I think that's great. Like that arc.
Yeah, true. Hands also seem to swell up a little when they get cold. So I think that's because maybe because maybe your body is trying to force more blood in the area that is like cold, because the only time that your body is typically gonna like draw blood away from your limbs is if like you're in a hypothermic state where your core is too cold. So what your body does in response to like hypothermia is that it draws the blood from the limbs to keep the core warm, kind of keep most of the blood there.
This comes from a man, Doza, who won't get out of bed until I turn off the fan.
I don't want to get hypothermia.
He's such a baby.
I hate when my limbs are cold. I can go out into the cold, like I can go outside when it's cold as long as I have gloves, warm shoes, and a warm hat. Right? Like that is...
Guys,
it could be like, no, hold on, wait. These articles of clothing together basically equals one jacket and pants. It's kind of crazy keeping your hands, feet, and head warm.
Kessler,
it's like a superpower.
I'm being for real. Like he won't, especially during the winter, regardless of a Texas winter or not, he will not. We always have the fan on regardless, right? Of how hot or cold it is. The noise is nice. He will not get out of bed. If we wake up early before the alarm for some reason, and he'll just stay on his phone on Reddit or something, and then I'll wake up and I'll be like, "Why haven't you gotten out of bed?" And he's like, "Well, can you turn off the fan?" Like that's this is my existence in the winter.
I legit did not know what you were gonna say. I'm glad I didn't.
It's true. He also is like he wears. Like, I go barefoot a lot around here, or, like, wear my, like, house slippers or whatever, but he will put, like, layers of socks and, like, pants. Sometimes, like, he just bundles up like he's going outside on a trek, but he's sitting at his desk, and I'm like, I don't understand.
Yo,
usually...
I hate having to bundle up. I hate it.
But
unless
I also
I'm specifically
don't want it to
going
be really
outside.
hot in here.
Oh.
Because I don't like, I don't really like to use the heater. I'd rather, like, bundle up a little bit, like, I'd wearing a hoodie or something rather than, you know, making it super hot.
I guess. Hey, Dune Guy. Welcome back. How you doing? You forgot? How could you forget? How could
That's
you
okay. We all forget things sometimes. And
some of us forget to get up out of bed to turn off the fans.
Shane, we know you're definitely making moves in your arc there, and we're really excited for you and cheering you on.
Shane, he's our man. If he can't do it, no, he can.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Thanks.
I didn't know you were a cheerleader.
You know, the cheerleaders at my high school didn't hate me, so I think we're pretty good rapport.
Kessler, I've heard stories about Dozer when he was a kid. Like, his mom has told us, like, or told me rather, he would bundle up in the cold when they lived in Colorado briefly, and like he wouldn't want to move anywhere. Like, so he's always been like this.
The cold?
Yeah.
Okay, so like, you know how we've talked about envisioning different states of our lives and like trying to manifest our own our ideal reality.
Or
like
we want to live.
We've talked about that kind of exercise before here on stream. And part of that is like where you want to live, or like what do you want, what amenities do you want in your life, or what things do you want to own, or what things do you want to be able to do. And we've called it working towards your rich life. This is a phrase that we've used before on stream.
And doesn't mean being rich, like having a lot of money. It's like what is going to make your life rich, not a quantitative like amount of money. It's the characteristics of what you think your life would be best for you.
Yes.
Making your own decisions like, oh, me living in a place that has all 4 seasons would be really nice to experience that rather than like Texas with just heat. But then again, Texas is great too for other opportunities.
So my rich life is a life that I can live where I can set the thermostat to whatever I want, no matter the time of year,
regardless of cost.
Yes.
That's
I don't like to dress around the weather unless I'm out in the weather. I don't mind dressing for out in the weather. I don't mind being in, you know, flip-flops with shorts and like a t-shirt and whatever, and having to wear a hat because it's sunny, or that's fine. I don't have any problem with that.
You would love heated floors.
I would. And I don't have any problem with like trying to bundle up enough to go outside to like take care of something or to get something. But if I have to bundle up indoors, I really don't. I do that. I will do that. I'm not going to complain, but I really don't want to do that.
Yeah.
I don't want to have to do that.
Also, the concept of the whole rich life thing, it actually comes from Ramit Sethi, who wrote this book called I Will Teach You How to Be Rich. And he is actually like a finance guy. Definitely look him up if you're looking to take advantage or control of your finances. He has a book with like the 6-week program type thing that you can actually make moves for, you know, making the money that you make work for you. Really great guy. I follow him on Instagram and social media as well for years. And he has that concept where it's like I'll teach you how to be rich. He's not talking about money. He is talking about finances, but like he's talking about your rich life. What does that mean to you? Does your rich life mean that you're gonna like you want to be able to have Starbucks every day? Because like that's a common thing that some people actually argue about, like spending money at Starbucks when you can make coffee at home. But if that makes you happy, then you can like factor that into what the life that you want to live. In other ways, like, you know, you want to travel more. Instead of saying you want to travel more, realistically analyze your finances and decide like how you're going to travel more and make those moves to make it happen. There was a point in our lives where we actually wanted to travel and live in different places and work from there. And it's still something that we kind of think about often, but we've made some shifts with that just because the pandemic has changed us and we're kind of like more homebodies now. We'd rather take, especially if it's like within the US, take shorter trips like on the weekends and things like that when we're not streaming, and then maybe in the future, depending on where, an international trip, like to stay somewhere and stream from it. That would be pretty cool, but who knows what the future holds. But like you kind of have to figure out and make edits to what you want your life to look like. And since we've been talking about a lot of books, highly recommend his book. It's a New York Times bestseller.
What's it called?
I Will Teach You How to Be Rich by Ramit Sethi. I can link it in the books channel and Discord later. It's good to like use. He even actually puts out stuff on his website, like free, like conscious spending plans, all kinds of stuff. We're not sponsored at all by any means. I'm just like just telling you what we read and what we take in to help us out. He has courses and stuff too. Never taken a course, thought about it, but you know, I'd rather just read on my own time and stuff. Especially when it comes to finances.
Definitely.
Yeah. Shane, I read your favorite part about where you are with winter, and like you're saying it only snows enough to be an inconvenience and never enough to sled or anything with. I don't want it to be an inconvenience, but I also want to do the fun wintry things in the snow. I want to be able to like, you know, sled, or I want to be able to build a snowman.
I want a lifestyle. I want a place to live that isn't where my daily life isn't like significantly hindered by like it snowing.
Yeah.
Like so like it can still like snow and I can get like snowed in, whatever, but it's like not a big deal.
Yeah.
Right? That's what I would like. Oh
yeah, I want to be able to still function like inside and outside, but I want to have fun too. And Doomguy, that's super awesome for you, where that you talked to your crush and found out that you both like skating and stuff. That's common interests is great to bond over.
Very nice. Oh god. That's such a big Crobat.
And Kessler, like, again, it's not about like how much money you have in your account. Like there is ways to make whatever you have work for you. And if you should definitely check out his book. Like we also like have gone through different financial situations. Like when I quit my job, I actually blew through any money that I had saved up and literally hit rock bottom before I picked myself up again while I was trying to figure out what would be best for me. And now I'm thriving better than I did before. You know, so like we're getting there. Like we're taking the steps necessary, and his book has definitely helped us with like how to get the right credit cards, the right type of like interest rates for bank accounts, all of that with whatever you're working with already. It's like analyzing, sitting down with what you have and analyzing that. Even if you're living paycheck to paycheck, he has options and different things that you can explore to kind of figure out what your life and like stuff is. And I'm sure there's a lot of other people out there. You kind of have to find who you resonate with the most, especially when it comes to finances. But as a young adult, like it's really important to at some point figure that stuff out.
True.
Yeah. Which I mean, for Doza and I, it's been really in the last year or so that we're doing it a little bit more than just saving. Like, saving for what? Like, saving for you to enjoy your life, right? Because you're not just saving to die someday. At least that's how we feel.
We do feel that way, don't we?
Yeah. Speaking of the Middle Hyper, there's actually a show called The Middle that I recently watched, like, all the way through in the background.
Not to be confused with Malcolm in the Middle.
No, The Middle is like, it's like some family in Indiana. It was really funny. It was nice to have in the background. I finished it though, so I've been trying to look for another show that I can watch, like, that has multiple seasons that will, like, make me laugh throughout the day a little bit. I don't know what though. I might just rewatch an old school, like, show too. Boy Meets World. I've been seeing that on TikTok a lot lately, so I don't know.
Boy Meets World, what a mood.
Yeah, see, one of the things, part of, like, what we want to do in the future is definitely doing, like, scholarships and hiring people and, like, building a glob empire, if you will, as a power couple like that we are. Like, we do definitely see that in ourselves, and we want to make all these moves for the betterment of our lives and the people around us and the people that support us. And hopefully taking these steps with our finances, with our future, with our goals, like, all of that kind of ties into being able to actually accomplish stuff. And hey, Yudi, how are you doing?
Good
Welcome.
evening. How's it going?
I see you changed your profile picture. It's blue and pretty. I just can't tell what it is exactly in the chat I'm looking at the moment.
I'm not sure. Do I see icicles? I'm not really. Maybe. We're all dying. Why not start living? Exactly. What are all these emojis, though?
They're different. Yeah, I've noticed them. My favorite's the one with the heart, but you're holding, like, hands. There's a goat.
Noosh.
What'd you do? Evolve Ponyta!
Ready?
Yes.
I've been waiting this whole
Your
time
whole
for this
life.
to happen. Yes. Ever since we saw the giant pony, like, Rapidash. Please be cool. Oh.
Okay.
Okay. I was I love the purple fire. I'm not super keen on the rest of it.
So we've got a surprise improv from Shane.
Okay.
Ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Doza is the most generic Let's Player he can possibly be as he plays. Meanwhile, Noosh is the most generic reaction YouTuber she can be and is throwing off Doza's groove being there.
Goodness, you ready for this?
Feels like a personal attack.
Hey guys, welcome to part 37 of Pokemon Legends Arceus. I'm here right now fighting a Pokemon with my Pokemon, and what's really cool...
Okay, and?
Okay, and? What's really cool is when their health goes down, I win. And I've been trying to do more of that in between... hold on, I have a phone call.
Why are you taking a phone call during a live stream?
Yes, hello? Yes. I'm on a live stream. I'm streaming right now.
Wow.
No, I don't want the...
You're such an average, like,
Yeah.
Let's Player.
Yes,
Like,
could you sign me up for that car
look at that
insurance?
red plant.
Oh no, it looks like I'm being attacked right now. That's a bit of an issue.
Oh no.
Okay, you're kind of throwing me off my groove. There's a lot of crabs out here, and it's they all want me dead. I'm not really sure what to do.
So die already.
Thank you for your input, but as you can see, I'm completely ignoring chat.
That noise
as
is
well.
annoying.
It's not for you. It's really for the
So why
Pokemon
am I
lovers
even
out here.
here?
Did you guys know that a first edition Charizard actually is very expensive? Not a lot of people know this.
Look at the grass.
There is some of it. It's very... I love how it moves in the wind. It's quite exciting. The graphics in Pokemon have always been top-notch. I haven't played since Pokemon Red and Blue, and I didn't even finish it.
Literally the coolest thing is that purple, like, effect.
The purple effect? I don't know what you're talking about.
The like.
Honestly, if you could just
You're right. There's no purple that. It's that yellow that you just saw.
Excuse me. If you could just get on board with what I'm doing here, like I think you could react differently, please. Like better.
I think I'm doing great. 10 out of 10.
Would recommend. Okay,
like
thanks.
And subscribe.
Like and, don't forget to like and subscribe. Please hit the like button. Don't forget to smash the bell. You have to hit both so that YouTube will notify you. And we also have
the noise Doza or the voice Doza's using makes Kessler want to throw you in a locker. Heath Ledger's Joker was the high school nerd. He probably was. That's why he turned out the way he was. I miss Heath Ledger. I actually watched 10 Things I Like About You, or I Hate About You.
10 Things I Hate About
10 Things
You.
I Hate About You again, and that iconic scene where he's just like going down the stairs and like singing the song. Like, oh my god.
Oh, I
Such a good
only
movie.
heard Noosh read out the last half of what you said, Shane. Doza's Let's Player voice
Yeah, it's amazing.
it's the voice itself is like Heath Ledger's
Yeah.
Joker is a high school nerd. Now it all comes together.
And William, for that conundrum, save your ingredients for tomorrow or another day and eat the oatmeal and tea because that's what you're craving. Hopefully it's something that, will last until another day. Or you could always prep it still and have it another day after you enjoy your oatmeal and tea.
True.
I actually was craving cereal and realized we don't have any cereal.
Do you have any extremely time sensitive, what do you call those things? Ingredients? Because if not, I mean, you're Gucci.
Yeah. Actually, according to my calculations, you don't want to throw them in a locker. The nerd shall rise. I love the placement of all the nerd emojis like within that comment. So good.
It's like the clap emoji that people add sometimes.
Yes, I do that. When I want to make a point, like, yes, clap, clap, clap. Instead of using a period, just the applause, like clap. Like, this is how serious I am.
The applause, applause, applause. I do it for the applause, applause. Do it for the applause, applause.
Yeah. And fruit, cucumber and kimchi can last a while, depending on the fruit. Like if you just bought it today, Like what were you originally going to make with that? I'm curious. Like were they all together or something else? And milk, dried fruit, cereal, oatmeal, those are all good staples. I mean, the milks like should have a date or whatever.
Like I don't think it's gonna go bad like tonight,
Yeah, you just bought it.
What the hell? How'd the Pokeball escape from the Pokemon?
Dozo was making me cringe as well,
Ooh.
Kessler. I think he was making himself cringe. He even had like this giddy, cringy face, like while doing it, and like I was trying to match his energy and just be like, I don't know.
The most generic. Wow, that's crazy.
But sometimes like I don't always react to what's happening in the game either. I'm legit here talking about everything and anything under the moon and stars and sun. And it could be nothing with the game, so it's like Shane's comment, that's why I was like, I feel personally attacked by this improv. Like, like, is this what this means? Like, should I be talking more about like the game? That's always something I'm going to be insecure about. I hope I can work through it though, because like people do say they come here for more than just the game, the conversations. Like that's, I think, where I really shine a little bit more. Like I love talking and having conversations with people, answering questions, all of that. And yes, talking about the game's great, depending on the game, but I'm not very educated in Pokemon. I was telling Doza, like, I'm surprised we even got to 4 hours on Friday, because the reason I think was, though, we were taking a bunch of those, like, quizzes, and we were also rating a bunch of Pokemon. Like, there's a lot happening in that stream. It wasn't just strictly, playing the game and trying to talk about the game.
Oh, maybe we could do that again this Friday.
Maybe. I'm just saying, like, this is where like the whole gaming imposter thing comes in a little bit. Like I don't know a lot about Pokemon. I know the things I know from like the early gens and what I enjoy. Talk about Jigglypuff, like things like that. I'm not gonna know all of the lore like some people get really intense with and know a lot of it, which I think is super cool. The fact that you guys are so passionate about Pokemon and can talk about all that. I'm not gonna retain that information though. There's so many other things in my head.
You all right?
And Hyper, exactly like that, except I don't talk about that. I'm sorry about your fish. I hope everyone is doing okay. And thank you, Kessler. I'm glad I don't have a cringe voice.
Okay.
That's a win right there.
That's a big win. Good job.
I never would want to be like a monotone, like.
Well, yeah, so like.
Or like the Charlie Brown teacher, like wah 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 wah.
Well, true. It was like the first thing I thought of, like what would be a generic streamer? Some nerd who thinks that they can like stream without really having to like put in any effort.
Without talking about anything of
Now,
substance.
of course, if I went with generic, like I'm talking about generic in terms of like I took it as all streamers, not like the popular ones, not like a generic popular streamer who like overreacts at everything and is constantly like screaming and asking really extremely obvious questions. I could have done that, but I thought it'd be more fun if we took the average like streamer that's got like no views.
Yeah.
But I did make a mistake. I did make a mistake in my authenticity. If I wanted to be a generic streamer, I just wouldn't have talked.
But then you guys would wonder, like, what just happened?
Yeah, true. I would think it would have been a piss poor improv.
Nothing. Oh man.
So, like, what do y'all think? You were that no views guy years ago? Like, you like never talked?
And William, that's very sweet of you. I think I'd make a great mom one day too.
I agree.
Who knows if it's in the cards or not. And I know you weren't calling me out, Shane, but like the fact that I took it that way initially, like not because of you personally, just me, my own insecurities.
It's a her issue.
Yeah, it's a me thing. I get in my head so much about a million things that like really I shouldn't. Like this is part of that whole arc of like not dwelling on those things and just focusing on like, you know, being happy and enjoying what I do regardless. Like stop worrying what people are gonna think. I truly do feel myself the most on stream, and then obviously just behind closed doors with me and Doza only. Everywhere else, I have my guard up like a lot.
Constantly.
When there's some people from our like who know us in real life, like who do come to stream sometimes, like they do wonder. They've actually said it to me, like, "Oh my gosh, like when you're like on stream, you're just so like free, like, and you were shy for so many years before that, like of knowing you." I'm like, I don't know what to tell you.
Have you been fake this whole time?
It's not really, it's just being shy. It's just not opening up or speaking a lot. Like, you know, depending on the situation and where I am. Especially like when you're in a room full of gamers who can talk about games a lot more intensely than I can. Like, what am I going to add here? I don't feel like I have value. But then now streaming with you, I feel like I have value regardless of the game we're talking about, just because I'm a human and all of us have values in ways, regardless of what knowledge we have.
True. We all have value. We all have something to offer.
Yeah.
Oh, you had the generic voice because streaming was new? Oh, like the type, like the way you were talking, Kessler. That's what you meant. Now you're super expressive. Yeah, I was definitely, like, you go back to our stream, our beginning streams, like Doki Doki, I'm way more reserved. I'm like I'm way more reserved for like basically up until maybe around the time we started playing Pokemon Let's Go Eevee. Like I kind of I feel like
few like months.
I feel like by then it's kind of like more like representative of what we're kind of like now.
I mean, we're constantly changing and evolving like through this journey. I think that there are still times that I like, depending on what's happening in our real lives too, like it can really impact when you're streaming as well. So I don't know, there's a lot of factors that go into it, but we definitely do try to have conversations and put on a good time when we're here. That's the goal, right? As a streamer, you're entertaining. Like you guys are opting to be here watching the stream and hanging out with us and talking to us rather than anything else, like watching TV, movie, or what have you, you know? And that, like, we don't take that for granted. We're super appreciative of that and grateful for to you guys. So we want to bring our very best when we're here. So yeah, sometimes we do flip the switch. Like, I could have had a bad day at work and I want to come here and just have fun and like be with my friends.
That seems easier said than done, except that we're making it happen. Because we give that time to do so.
Yeah.
We make it a priority, then it'll happen.
Definitely. Top tier priority here. Shane was thinking I could totally do the same thing since most reaction channels just watch the content silently. Yeah.
Yeah, see, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Doza and I actually, we were talking about, you know, like try not to laugh challenges where you all watch like a bunch of videos together and then you try not to laugh. Doza fails so quickly, so easily. And like, I think we should do that in Discord. Because it would be really funny. Like all of us, like obviously you don't have to mute yourself, have it unmuted, watch funny videos together and those compilations and challenges and see who fails. And once you fail, like mute yourself at that point to see who the last person standing is. It'll be a little difficult with us because we're through one mic source, but like Doza's gonna fail and then it'll be me left, like guaranteed.
True. I can't really hold my own when it comes to not laughing. Like I crack immediately. It's really hard for me.
I'll never understand reaction YouTubers who are like, I'm sorry for pausing, guys. Pause it. Tell me your thoughts. I came here for your thoughts.
That's true. I have heard that even from people who do more than just react. I don't know why that happens. That's very interesting. Now I'm only gonna hear that ever whenever there's a streamer reacting to something.
Also, the comments about people being ugly, like I see a little bit of the other side conversation here. I think
the B plot.
I think everyone has beauty in them, regardless, like physical, internal, like your personality, all of the different things. If you tell yourself that you feel like you're ugly, like then you're reflecting on yourself in a negative way.
Skunk
like,
Heck's such a Chad.
If you think that, what would stop others from thinking that? And at the end of the day, why are you thinking about that yourself? Make some moves to make it not be that, you know? Be the best version of yourself and constantly strive towards that. We all have like days where we don't feel great, but like if you keep telling yourself that negative thing about yourself, you're gonna believe it to the point where it's detrimental to your well-being.
And you don't need that.
No, there's enough pressure. Like, don't add on more. It's hard though. It's a self journey.
A lot of unlearning
instance,
that's got to happen.
I'm having a bad hair day, so I just put it up in a bun and I'm moving on with my life.
You could have obsessed over it.
I could have, but I was like, nah, I'm just not gonna let it bug me right now. I'm just gonna put it up in a bun. I'll deal with it later. So I did say I was gonna like do like a oil head massage type thing situation.
I'll help you with that. Don't you worry.
Doza does give good massages.
I do.
I also give good massages too, Doza.
Yeah, you do. Yeah. Definitely. Yeah.
You're saying it all was
No, you do.
believable now.
You do. She does. For sure. Because if I said that she doesn't, then I wouldn't get it. So, she definitely does. They're great. Just so we all know. Uh-oh. Anyways.
I'm glad you have a friend like that, Hyper. I'm really grateful for you two being friends and being able to uplift each other in that way.
You would probably beat me in failing? What do you mean, Kessler? Failing at what?
The laughing challenge.
Oh, I thought you meant in life.
No, that's too
deep, bro. I was like, dang. I was like, what? What are you going on about?
No, at the try not to laugh challenge.
I was like, it's just so
so
negatively out of pocket.
Dang, Doza.
Yeah. Try me.
What do you listen to if you are happy? Oh man,
Music. I listen to music.
Yeah,
definitely music.
We love to put something
Final
that we
answer.
can like dance around to when we're happy. Look, Toast, I don't hate my life that much. Good. I hope like as we all get older, we can learn to love our lives a little more. Less hate, more love. That's the way to go. Take little baby steps. Little things here and there. And yeah,
and you'll get there. Hey, what time is it?
I don't even know. Whoa. 10:30 almost?
I didn't even realize.
What are you doing? Are you playing Pokemon?
Yes, I've just been playing Pokemon. I don't know what to tell you.
That's time really went by quickly. I think it's because of the amazing conversations we've been having. English. Conversations do be happening.
Oh, true. Oh, yeah. Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Yeah, Magikarp.
You did it.
I did do it. I'm thinking about swapping out another Pokemon for tomorrow. But I'll need y'all's thoughts then.
I love you too, Hyper.
I should find a good stopping point.
Yeah, I didn't realize. Tomorrow's Thursday. I have calls in the morning. Here I am just talking up a storm. No care in the world.
I was so
And then
lackadaisical.
Doza tells me the time or tells me to look at it. And I'm just like, damn, the whole entire list of everything that needs to get done comes back into my head.
Yeah, not to stress you out, but reality?
Reality is real. We gotta deal with it.
Oh no. Oh no.
Why does it sound like Luigi's Mansion 3 music?
I think it's because it's
a
at night.
Ghostly, ghastly area.
Yeah, that too. Like, I think I'm like thoroughly lost. I don't see the little thing on my map. No, now I do. Why is it 500 away? I thought we were making progress.
Oh, we're getting closer to that purple thing.
It's really freaking close.
Yeah.
It's kind of scary.
What does that mean?
I don't know. Maybe we'll check it out. Yes. It's right here.
Whoa. We're in it.
Okay, we're like in the bubble.
Yeah.
This is weird. We've been in one of these before and it was terrifying. I can't imagine what it's going to be like because I feel like things are starting to get to a level that, holy crap. We'll over these guys. 43? Okay.
I don't know.
Okay, that's not the worst
Is there anyone
thing.
here that has played, like, I can't tell. I don't think there's anyone here that's played this game right now to tell us, like, how far into it we are. Because I know we're more than halfway at this point.
Yeah.
I just don't know, like, do you think... When we calculated it before, we thought if we do another 4-hour stream on Friday, we should be able to complete it on December 2nd, this Friday. But if not, it could stretch into next week. And you guys know the transition from the end of a month to a new month can be a lot.
Yeah, it usually is.
We have a good handle right now, but it just feels like a lot.
I want to stay ahead of it.
I do too. And that's why I don't want to, like, push us too far with longer streams and, like, you know, when we can use that time for some other stuff.
Exactly.
Yep.
All right, well.
Click the home button, then you're done.
That's true. I think that we'll just point ourselves in the right direction and... Oh, hello.
Hey, yo, are we going to be playing Kessler's Spider-Man during his birthday month? Isn't that super cool? I hope you're excited about that, too.
Are we really?
Yeah. It's almost like waiting was the right move.
No, don't leave me.
Eevee.
No. Wait, what was
L.
that? Oh my god, we're leaving. Bye.
Okay. Where are you going? Jumping off a cliff? Like an Elden Ring and then you die? Oh my god. Doza, get it together,
I
man.
just need to slide down. Okay, I think we're safe. All right. Oh my god. I just need to find a safe place so that when we start tomorrow, it's not so stressful.
Thanks for that comment, Zoom guy. This community is amazing, and we really love it too, and you're such a great addition to it as well.
I have to agree.
So much love to all of y'all.
Much love.
How much love we're spreading on the last day of November going into a new month that's gonna end the year. Like, I'm feeling great, y'all. Like, let's crush this, like, next month and the end of the year. Let's all, like, work on our goals and our dreams and, like, make some big moves or little moves. Just make moves. Like, get to the best version of ourselves. Be happy. Like, you don't gotta wait for a new year and a resolution for that. Every day is a great day to start something like that. And as we crouch right now here in front of this game, you said there in Pokemon Arceus, Doza's gonna save.
I did, yes. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. We'll see you all tomorrow.
Same time, same place on
the Nushin Dosa channel? We
on
never
YouTube.
say that.
I know.
No, it's like sounded wrong right immediately.
All right, guys. Good night.
Good night.